Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie here.
Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy
Comment profanity with the rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Our show is stupid. This is so irresponsible. This should be illegal. It really should be. It's like, it's so unethical.
God, I hate fucking radio.
This could be the worst audio ever.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. This is terrible.
We just suck all around.
I hope you show restraint in fucking my girlfriend.
This stinks.
Fucking shut the fuck up. We get it. Get it.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Woo. Woo.
Hi. It's the Opie and Anthony program or show. Whatever you want to call it. Lump of shite. But we're here. Wednesday edition? Is that what it is? Yes.
Wednesday.
We don't really do Whip 'em Out Wednesday anymore, do we? Kind of like went to the wherever.
It's tired. It's morning. Nobody wants to show their tits
I know.
6 in the morning.
It was really kind of an afternoon-y thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You got you're driving into work, you got your coffee in your car, boom, you're trying to show your tits. Just doesn't work in the morning.
No.
It's chilly out.
Yeah.
99% of the year.
What is morning breath on the way to work?
Yeah. You want to get morning breath on your nipples
Yeah.
when you're driving in?
Nobody shows their tits before 10 a.m. It's creepy.
No, it really is. What girl is going to do that? It's more a summer afternoon-y thing.
Yeah. It's fun when you're on your way to the beach. In the morning, it just feels like you're getting a fucking check for lumps.
Yeah, it's very clinical.
Yeah.
Well, hi. We're here. Opie is taking the day off today. He's taking a day off. Danny is in for the vacationing Opie, as they say on the news. Danny will be sitting back there. Hi, Dan. Like when Danny has his mic on.
Hi.
So he can pull out his words of wisdom every so often.
I have those?
Well, all right. So he could just blather into the microphone every so often. I was watching Mythbusters last night. I finally saw that episode where with the guns.
Oh, where
they
that's
were
an old
shooting
one now.
through water. It is an old one, but I hadn't seen that one. It was shooting into water, trying to see if the myth was true that if you go swimming underwater and someone's shooting at you, that the water will protect you. And as it turns out, the higher the caliber and the bigger the bullet and the faster the bullet, the more protection the water gives you. It's amazing. A 9mm handgun, you got to watch out. That stuff will go right into the water and hurt you. But they took a 50 cal.
I really can't believe they fired that. I mean, after firing it
Shoulder
personally,
fired.
I couldn't believe that they fired that into a pool.
I know, into a pool. And the thing the bullet completely broke apart before it would have hit anybody even 2 feet underwater. It just
If you
wouldn't have
50
hit 'em.
cal fired, I couldn't hit you at the bottom of your pool?
No, not even at the top of the pool.
We should try
Just
that.
a couple of feet under. Why don't we give it a try at my house? I'm sure the neighbors would love that.
You know, I bet when the Mythbusters say, like, don't try this at home, they never thought that someone would actually have a 50 cal to shoot into their own pool.
The pool, the 50 cal, like, I have all the stuff to do it, but I also have the good sense not to. Not that I wouldn't love to. The laws are the only thing really keeping me. Common sense is not keeping me from doing that, because I would absolutely like to give it a try. The water came up like a depth charge when he fired into
They hit
it.
the ceiling.
Yeah. And then it was just nothing, just fragments of bullets. But that was fun. And then also in that episode was the can you swing around the top bar of a swing
do the 360,
set.
yeah.
Do the 360, which has always been the thing as a kid in the playground, trying to go all the way around, and it just is it's completely impossible. You cannot do it. That chain slacks up. I remember trying it as a kid, and when the chain would slack up and you'd bam just
a little bit.
Just nail your fucking back. It's probably why I have back problems now.
I like how Travis likes to give me shit because he likes to make fun of all the scripted shitty banter between them all. But I tell him, I'm like, I'm not watching it for the interaction between them.
It's terrible.
I know it is.
You don't like the shitty.
I have heard of this myth. Oh, I have also heard of that myth.
I like when they bring in the cronies the secondary unit.
I hate that's another reason why I just can't watch that show
I don't
anymore.
mind the secondary unit. I don't like the banter between them.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because then they're talking like, okay, well, what are you going to do about it?
No, Adam and Jamie are fine. Like I like them, but those two guys in the secondary unit, they're just terrible.
You mean
actors.
Grant and Tori?
Yeah.
Grant and Tori. And, they just have nothing when they're talking to the big boys, the big bosses of Mythbusters. So how are you going to prove or disprove this myth?
I'm not watching it for that, though.
You don't like that part?
Well, I watch it for what they're doing. I don't care really who's doing it as long as it gets done.
Yeah. They got something going on because there have been plenty of shows where they try to do things.
I mean,
and it just doesn't kind of work out because there's no chemistry between the people or something.
There's been plenty of shows, period. I think they're into like their 7th season or something like that. I think they're wrapping up their 7th season.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's not like it's an unsuccessful show.
Because
something's happening, right?
Yeah, now there's that show where a guy just cuts shit in half.
Oh, that's D-Boy's favorite. Now that's a slice.
Well, I don't get that show, really.
I do get it, because on Science Channel there was a similar show called Deconstructed.
Deconstructed, I get.
Which was basically like How It's Made, but it was in reverse.
In reverse. Yeah, it's the reverse of How It's Made. How It's Made is a show where they show how something's made. And I find it fascinating.
I guess they couldn't really call it How It Comes Apart, so they just figured they call it Deconstructed.
Deconstructed, and they take shit apart. But this show, a guy has like a carborundum saw, and they cut shit in half.
Well, I think this guy... he's got like the voice. He's got like this weird sort of personality. I think they're trying to like mold a brand new Mike Rowe.
Oh, is that what they're trying to do?
So I think it's kind of like, let's do Deconstructed with Mike Rowe hosting it.
Yeah.
And give him a catchphrase.
A catchphrase. I'm not enjoying the catchphrase.
Now that's a slice.
Like he cuts it in half and goes, now that's a slice.
That's horrible.
It's a horrible catchphrase.
Yes, that'd be great one if the show was about like Al Zarqawi.
You know? Yeah, it's I'm not really feeling that show. There's so many of them on now though. Like I don't even know what started that. I think was it Mythbusters that really kind of got that rolling, or was there something before that was such an industrial kind of check it out show that only real geeks and fucking science people watch?
Yeah, you know what? It's weird. Now you say I'm thinking about it, and I'm having a hard time coming up with something.
There were shows about like big trucks and stuff. You'd be able to go, oh yeah, okay. There's a show about
Modern
big
Marvels
Modern Marvels. Yeah, I'll watch that. They're kind of. Do you find they're running out of shit though?
Yeah, when they start doing stuff like the real basic things, like Modern Marvels, water.
Yeah.
It's like, well, can't we do something a little more like mechanical?
It's like the cotton industry. Like, I don't really.
But you know what? Though,
I like the beginning of that episode, but I didn't really like that.
Oh, you didn't.
Once Eli Whitney came around and figured it all out, took the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Well, they do find a way to make all those interesting. Like, even though when you think it's going to be some shit, episode, like, I don't want to watch that. But then 10 minutes into it, and you're like, I have to see how they make pajamas. Like, how'd the whole industry get born?
Bathtubs.
I watched the bathroom
something
one.
on bathrooms. And at first I'm into it. I'm kind of like, fuck, I don't really want to know what's going on with bathrooms and toilets and sinks and stuff. And then you find yourself going, this is fucking commercials.
And
this is fascinating.
They're vacuum forming fucking bathtubs, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's how they do it.
Flushing like 55 golf balls down a toilet.
Yeah, with only a half a gallon of water. I'm fascinated. I love those goddamn shows. Watch them all the time. I don't think I watch any like sitcoms.
Fun TV. You don't watch any fun TV.
No, it all has to educate me on stuff that I could give a flying fuck about.
When are you ever going to need to make molasses?
No, never. But I could watch it. I'll watch him put that little bucket on the side of a tree and let it drip in.
But now, like what history is doing is they're trying to bring the two worlds together, and they're having that show Top Shot, where I thought it was going to be more just straightforward type of show where it really is more of a Survivor meets gunfighting or something, and it's so realitied out that I thought I didn't want to watch it, but it did end up sucking me in. But I was kind of like, I felt stupid watching it because it was a reality show.
I fucking hate reality shows. I can't watch them.
It was on last night, I think. I saw there was an episode with two. There was like two finalists. They were shooting at 400 and 600 yards.
Yeah.
And my
that was
girlfriend,
the elimination challenge, Jimmy.
I had to turn it off because I was. She's like, "Look, this is too much of a guy show." I'm like,
"Oh, really?"
Yeah. I'm like, "You're right. You're right." So we turned it off, and the bitch made me dinner.
The bitch. Yeah, even with gunfire, believe me, I do enjoy a little gunfire. I just can't take the reality show format. I don't like any of the groups of people they put together for them. They're all from a casting fucking department.
Yeah.
It's not reality. It's the same dumb, this person's got to be eliminated, and then there's a way to not be eliminated. I could give a shit.
And like, what bugs me about this, because I thought it was going to be all of the competitors doing all the competitions, and so, like, you know, first episode out, this ex-Marine, sorry, spoiler alert, fellas, the ex-Marine is out.
There's no such thing as an ex-Marine.
But what if he was good at all the other events? Like, I don't give a fuck if he's on the show or not.
Yeah.
But I want to see, you know, exercises in marksmanship.
See what he's good at.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck who stays next week.
He gets eliminated.
I just want to see
like,
the events happen.
Yeah, and then you're like, he might have been really good at something. It might have been fun to watch. Just have a show where you get good people that can shoot, and show that. You don't have to fucking add the stupid reality show thing. And then any of the dating ones, the Bachelor or fucking Coke whore. Whoever you're fucking.
The new Flavor Flav one, where a bunch of fat projects girls fight for the right to lick his balls clean after his shit.
You know, who fucking cares?
Terrible.
The best part of that show is when the one shit on the floor like a fucking chihuahua, a little nugget rolled out her pant leg. That ghetto rat.
That's right. Ties right into the Gary Coleman reality show.
God damn. I definitely want to check out that sniper school, though, in Arizona.
Oh, yeah. That looks pretty cool.
Place looks cool. But you were even saying, like, so many of those places they don't seem legit. Like, there's places that it's like, you do your investigation on some of these places, and it's like, I would like to go out there and, you know, learn some stuff and check out some tactical exercises, and then it's put on by some guy in the backwoods. You don't know what the fuck is going on back there. Before you know it, you're part of a militia.
Yeah, I did. I was looking up some kind of some like shooting school thing, and it what sounded like a fun, like, it's tactical shooting and stuff, was really just like 20 old guys in the woods
running around in the woods,
you know, with some 2x4s and a hammer, and it was just like, okay,
I don't want that. Looking. I want something a little more, you know, like Blackwater. I want to go there and check out some stuff with those guys, because they're pretty hardcore and they seem legit. They go overseas and kill people. I guess they know what they're doing. I don't fucking know.
Just looks fun.
Just check that out.
I don't care if I could do it in real life. Like, I don't care if I'm ever in a situation where I need to use that training.
Yeah,
I just want to go through it.
To go through it.
You know, like playing Call of Duty. I'll play that first training mission just over and over again, just to try to beat my time.
Yeah,
just want to do that in real life.
Just seems fun. In real life. And, wow, what guests we have today.
We really do have a fucking doozy of a lineup.
Yes. I think there's an element of danger being set up in this very studio today with two of the guests. We have a loose cannon and a former unsavory character.
Yeah, big time. Doug Stanhope, of course, would be the loose cannon.
He could also be the unsavory character.
He's a currently unsavory character.
Yes.
And he said here, I think at 8, and Frank Lucas, who American Gangster was based on, will be here at 9 o'clock. And he's 79, but he was, arguably the biggest drug dealer in the country for a long time, or one of them at least.
Yeah,
He's making $1 million. It was $1 million a day operation in 1970.
79 doesn't matter when you're in that business. They could do just as much damage if you do something to. I mean, you watch something like Casino. Why take the chance? He's a good guy, a Marine.
Why chance it? And he's dead.
Chance it? And he's dead.
He's out of the business though, but he's promoting a book, which makes me feel better.
Yeah.
It's not like he's promoting fucking packets of Blue Devil. So Frank Lucas is in, and then Louis Black comes in an hour later I think, 10. And Frank Lucas has a book, but for some reason his publisher did not get us the books yesterday.
Why would he?
Yeah.
Eh.
So we're just going to sit there and ask judgmental questions.
Yeah.
What about the children?
Why did you do that? Do you know how dangerous marijuana is?
Yeah. I hear you were selling codeine.
Did you know a girl named Abigail?
Yeah, so that should be kind of... I'm very much looking forward to talking to him.
But Stanhope being in the studio at the same time, that's a little... You know, Stanhope will say anything.
Yeah, but Stanhope isn't stupid either.
And Stanhope, well, sometimes Stanhope's judgment is a little impaired.
I don't know. I think we called Doug and said, look, we understand you're fucking nuts and we love you very much. You're a very funny guy, but this man can't be fucked with.
Doug is a rip.
Yeah.
What's D-Boy doing out there? I want to hear his take on that show where they cut shit in half.
Oh,
it's one of his favorites.
Does he really like it?
Because I can't imagine. I just saw him walking around. Hi, D-Boy. How are you? So you got your Yankees cap on. Did you see the big Granderson slam home run?
No, he was too busy watching the team that he really likes to watch, the Washington Nationals. Yeah. Because he's a fucking fake Yankees fan.
You don't know how to put headphones on? How long you been in it?
I know, he's putting them on like a chin strap and hat combination.
Now, you watch the show where they cut shit in half?
Sliced?
Sliced?
Oh, sorry, dude.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, sliced.
Sliced.
Great.
And why is it good? Like, now I'm into these mechanical shows, these fucking put it together, take it apart shows, but that one just seems to me like, oh, another cross-section of something.
It's just that guy just ripping shit apart, you know? It's not like, Deconstructed, with the guy, like, laying everything out all carefully.
But I like that kind of, I like knowing what goes into something instead of, does this guy just destroy the shit out of stuff?
Rips shit apart.
The difference is on Deconstructed, right? They would take it apart and just show you how it worked, and there was no outside interference from anything. It was just show you how it was. Sliced, the guy has a personality, you know, so he has to he has to somehow bring his personality through all of these things that he's taking apart.
And he's good personality. You like his catchphrase?
I like his the catchphrase is great.
And you were under the impression everyone knew the catchphrase. Because you sent out, D-Boy sent out like a text or an email or something.
He texted me by accident. He thought he was texting his chick.
Oh, that's dangerous shit, man.
So it was nothing bad. And then like 15 minutes later, when he realized his mistake, he goes, "Oh, you're not my girlfriend." And then just for no reason, texts, "Now that's a slice."
Thinking everyone would know the catchphrase.
I had to Google it and look it up. I'm like, what's he talking about?
Wait, who's the guy? Who was the guy with the fucking dreadlocks holding the?
Oh, that's just I don't know, some random guy they brought in for one episode. But that's his partner right there.
Can we hear him talk? This looks abysmal.
Yeah. Look, he's cutting a.
See how crazy that dude was. Well, then you can.
He's got a smooth voice.
The music.
Oh.
Well, John, that sink is porcelain on cast iron.
Oh.
So I've set you up with a ductile iron and
who sponsors this? Fucking knives and buzzsaw companies?
Yeah, it's all the tool companies.
Yeah.
Of course.
Various cuts that need to be made force us to be a little inventive.
They're just cutting shit in half.
Cutting stuff with saws. Who cares?
I want to hear the catchphrase.
Yeah, it's at the end.
Oh, is it? You know where it is?
Oh, it's always at the end.
Yeah, we've watched this in the office.
Yeah.
5-inch angle grinder.
The 5-inch angle grinder.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of saw you're going to use to fucking cut the Coke machine. This twat. What a dumb show.
Unless he's dismembering a hooker.
Exactly.
After something gone awry in a hotel room. Yeah.
Slot machine? Wow, because I wonder what the wires look like.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a big chainsaw.
Each time we go to an object that we want to slice through,
yeah,
it's a challenge not only to slice through it, but
he's slicing through a pinball machine?
Find the right job to do that slice.
This guy does have quite a slice.
Up until this point, every slice, we have found the right tool for the right job.
Oh, this is fucking terrible.
Here it comes.
What? Oh, no, catchphrase. He said that was badass.
No,
we're sitting here waiting for the big catchphrase, D-Boy, and we got nothing.
It was the same video in the office. I
think it might have been a different one.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the big catchphrase. Oh. His catchphrase stinks.
That was horrible.
Yeah! He was all excited that he cut a pinball machine in half.
Inside?
Yeah, just leave it for right there.
We really never look at it the same way.
That is a slice.
Dude, my neck is tingling.
Oh, God. That is a slice.
He should say that as he's fucking eating pizza. What a cunt.
Or as he pinches a loaf. He just missed.
Or as he drinks his soda.
It's orange soda.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
This is fucking, what an awful catchphrase.
Oh.
I guarantee you the marketing people go, oh, I see it on shirts.
Damn.
The kids will want the posters,
This'll
bumper
be
stickers.
Great. We could have him standing outside Nicole Brown Simpson's house.
Wow. Or any other murder from the last 17 years.
I know. What am I thinking? But that was the most famous neck
That
slice.
was a damn good one.
Jeez, come on.
Any other good fucking, any other good murders that would have a slice of them?
I know, right? Yeah, that one's...
That Greyhound bus guy from...
Now that
was a slice.
That was a slice.
The Canadian guy that took the guy's head off with a big hunting knife and just held it up like a horror movie.
That's a slice, and I could have had a V8 people can fight it out with hammers.
I don't see the attraction in this just cutting things apart.
Dude, it stinks.
I don't see this show lasting. I'm sorry, D-Boy.
They've already done like 5 episodes, and I've seen every single one of them.
5 You make it sound like it's fucking ready for syndication. Yeah. They probably shot them in one afternoon.
Yeah, what does it
Well,
take?
it must have been a different day. His shirt's different.
You get a fucking Makita, a Sawzall, you get a fucking carborundum saw.
A baseball.
Look, you cut a tire in half.
You had the Jaws of Life, too, on one episode.
Oh, okay. Well, that...
Yeah, he's cutting shit in half that I could cut in half. A baseball? Who hasn't seen the inside of a baseball?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the attraction, is just ripping apart things with gigantic, like, power tools. It's completely unnecessary.
How about instead of a baseball, you cut a Mickey Mantle rookie card? How about destroying shit that's irreplaceable?
Stuff. Yes.
Yeah, like some stolen art.
Stolen art.
You know where I think this comes from, too, just a little bit, is also that Time Warp show where they just did the high-speed cameras on stuff.
Well, that looks cool because you're seeing shit. Anything you can see in ultra slow motion is cool.
Because I think they use high-speed in this show. Like, right? Don't
I
they
think
do it
so,
a little
yeah.
bit when he's using, like, high-speed tools and stuff to slow it down a little bit?
Oh, to see the saw blade, like,
Yeah.
chopping through something? Well, that's probably expensive, though. Use a lot of fucking...
I think they're just trying to, like, take
film
what
on that.
works from all these different shows and just put them together.
And put it together and realize how it doesn't work. You know what? You know what's good? Cake and ice cream, but also steak and potatoes. But if you put them together, it really has to taste awful.
Yeah. Or you just put them together and call it vomit. Because that's the only time they're together.
I'm not really, I'm not feeling it.
It looks bad, Derek.
Sorry. Junkyard Wars, that was like kind of one of the first that did that too. That was kind of cool.
That was a while ago. Sure.
Release a bunch of people in a junkyard and they have to find shit. Although I think they planted some of that stuff in there. It was just too convenient that they'd find shit that they absolutely needed in the junkyard.
Half the time, shit didn't work anyway. Like, I remember I was watching it the other day.
It'd fall apart real quick.
And like all of a sudden they changed the rules because shit's falling apart. I was like, this fucking show
And like, well, they'll give them 20 more minutes to weld something on that they weren't allowed to use.
Is that done now, that show?
I don't think there's any new episodes of that.
I think they just rerun it. Oh, someone's got a sniper school for us. All right.
Let's see.
Talk to Wingnut. Hey, Wingnut.
Good morning, boys.
Hi. What do you know about this?
Thunder Ranch is probably one of the best. Or
See
check
that?
out the
Doesn't that sound like a place? Oh, it's kind of scary. Thunder Ranch.
Whittington Center to the RA.
Yeah. And what's going on there? What can I do?
I think you can pretty much do anything out there. They have 1,000.
What, rape?
I don't know about that.
You said anything. Just testing you. All right, pistols and fucking shotguns.
Yep.
And sniping.
And sniping.
Urban rifle. Urban precision rifle. That's your sniping. Mid-range rifle course. All right, that looks cool. And it looks legit. All right. Email that to me, Iraq.
Have you
Iraq that to me, email.
With your $5 shell.
Your call's done. Thank you for the information. Not going to sit here and pander to the likes of this. Kowtow to your whimsy. Home and vehicle defense with trauma. What is that?
Specialty courses.
Specialty courses. Wow. And that includes, defense in home and vehicle. Yeah, okay. With trauma block. emergency care under fire. Wow, that's getting a little deep into what I want to do. I don't really want to go that far with it. I just want to do some cool stuff like breaching some entranceways and, taking out some targets once you get in the room. Like shit like that. Cool! Because it's like Call of Duty and stuff, but as real as you're going to get without having to kill
I want
people.
to play Call of Duty Special Ops in real life.
In real life. Yeah.
But without real people, just targets.
Unless, of course, you were in Afghanistan. It's going to get to a point where we're just going, me and Danny are going to Afghanistan. We're just, we're going to kill real people. It's going to be great. It's just going to be mercenaries. I don't know what the hell. Christ on a pony. Yeah. I don't know.
Show up, there wouldn't be any kegs.
I know we'd be bored. Where's the sweet berry wine? Where's the beers? I don't know.
I understand there's a big party at Ant's house this weekend.
Oh, is there?
I don't know.
I know
if you say that. If you say that every week, you're probably right half the time.
There's usually something going on there. Something. Whether it's a big party or just kind of a get together of friends just drinking a few beers, or a full debaucherous party. I'm up to now getting 2 kegs at a clip delivered, because 1 keg of the Bud Light was not enough.
Of course not.
But it wasn't me just drinking it all. I had a lot of people that were coming over, and they drink beer. So the beer guy, he comes by with his hand truck and rolls down my stairs, barely speaks English, but he starts even looking at me like, oh, boy, what are you doing?
You're drunk.
Yeah.
A drunk.
He knows borracho. Muy borracho. Mucho borracho, whatever it is. I don't speak Hispanic, but I do drink. And, more beer. More beer, more gooder.
Do you think they talk about you, like, around the office?
Probably, yeah. Oh, he's ordering again? What is that? Didn't we just drop 2 kegs off?
The office at the beer distributor.
Yeah, that's got to be a real suit and tie kind of place. Jesus, Jimmy.
That's true.
My God, did you see him? What was he thinking?
It's probably some filthy warehouse.
Of course it is.
They have no idea whose house. The guy's probably been to your house fucking 8 times. He doesn't remember you because he's also a drunkard.
Yeah. Of course.
My friend used to work at a beer distributor. The guy behind the counter would sit there with the scratch-off tickets, like on the roll, and just roll it down like toilet paper and not even scratch them off, just scan them to get the winners. And then hopefully he would win enough during the day to pay back the drawer.
Can they tell that you've scanned them, though? Isn't it like if you scan it once, it knows that ticket's been scanned?
Well, yeah, but he would keep using it. He would just hope. He was gambling with himself, hoping that he would outwin what he owed the drawer.
Oh, shit.
So he by scanning them, you have to buy them. That's
technically,
like,
yeah.
Yes.
So if he didn't win anything by the end of the day, and he owed the drawer $40, he had to put $40.
He was just keeping from the hassle of scratching off.
Yeah, he just wanted to. He was just looking for that big payday.
Just beep, beep, beep.
That's all he would do all day.
What's the most you won?
I don't know. I didn't. It was a friend of mine that worked there.
Couple hundred, you think?
He probably won a couple $100, I'm sure.
God, that can't work.
By the way, I fucking love the Post, man. There's fuck Reuters. You know, to me,
Reuters.
The Associated Press. There's a picture of the Israelis boarded that ship.
Yes, they did.
The peace activists, and the photo Reuters sent out, like a bunch of the Israelis' blood was cropped out, and so was a knife being held by the. Go to the Post page 25. You can see.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because it makes the Israelis look really fucking bad. But when you see where the photo was cropped and the actual photo. So they're making it look like all these people are helping him up.
I gotcha.
When the guy's holding a knife and it's cropped out of the photo.
So they're showing the actual picture and how it was cropped.
And how it was sent out by Reuters.
And this is lying with photos. Wow, yeah, they did. That's a
huge fucking difference.
Bias reporting right there. If you're cropping major things out of the picture that really show the story.
Yeah. At least Helen Thomas said what she said, but said it.
And she's hot.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously we'd all fuck her in the mouth.
With that big schnozola on your pubis.
No, what you do is, here's how you fuck Helen Thomas in the mouth. You lay her on her back, and you hang her head over the edge of the bed, and her wig falls off like Pesci and JFK. And then you put your asshole over her nose. Give her mouth a good stiff dick.
There is nothing better than the head over the end of the bed thing, though.
Oh, if they like it. If a girl likes having her mouth fucked, the edge of the bed hangover rules.
Yeah.
If they don't, it's not going to be a long time. Like, there's nothing worse when you hang the head over, they're like, and you're like, all right, get up.
No. The hanging the head over. And not so staged, where it's like they're laying on the bed and the head is just hanging over like that. I like the head to be hanging over a little sideways and scoop it up like a lizard grabs a mealworm. Just kind of looks at it sideways a little and then it's right in.
Do you know how fucking disgusting I feel if a girl's head is over and I'm looking down as I fuck her mouth and my stomach is showing and I'm tweedling my nipples? I'm like, this poor chick.
And what sound do you make when you do it, tweedle? Of course you do.
But it really is, I feel bad for women sometimes.
Yeah?
I've actually taken myself out of it during sexual moments and been like, ugh.
But you don't seem like, and this might sound like I'm making light of James and his sexual prowess, but you don't seem like the guy that enjoys degrading women during a sexual encounter.
Maybe I don't seem that way, but boy, do I.
Do you? Because I'm not really into the degradation either way. Like, I'm more of I just like any parties involved to be having fun and having a good time and feeling good and not feeling badly about what happened afterwards.
Here's how I know I had good sex. When I'm wiping blood off my dick and she's crawling to the bathroom crying, I just want to go home. I'm sorry, it's a little early for that joke. 6:45.
I don't know. We have one Jesus, Jimmy.
That'll be great in the afternoon replay, but
wow,
it's probably a little early for that one.
No, I've never been into the degrading thing. It just would make me feel bad.
A little slapping or some hair pulling.
I don't consider that degrading, like the slapping kind of a thing, because it's a playful little smack on the ass and things like that. Never on the face. I've never smacked a girl in the face during sex.
Really?
No.
What else haven't you done? Haven't you ever watched a baseball game? Taking a deep breath of fresh air?
Seen the blue sky?
Yeah.
No, and the hair pulling thing is more of a to get traction. Like, you could, if you're doing kind of a missionary position thing, you get your arms up to the back of her head, grab onto her hair, and it gives you a little more push room, which they seem to like.
See, I pull the hair when I'm fucking really hard from the back and my average dick is not doing the intended damage. I'm like, all right, how do we get a yelp out of this girl without going to fucking federal prison for a long time? Yank her hair.
Do you give it a yank, like where it hurts her a little bit?
Yeah. Like we're robbing a bank in 1750 and she's my getaway horse.
I just don't. I don't find it fun, even if the girl suggests certain things. Like, oh, could you, I kind of like when I get my hair pulled really hard. I'm like, I just can't really bring myself to do it.
It all depends on where you put your hand. You have to put your hand up by the skull.
By
Not
the
that you don't know.
skull.
By the scalp.
Just the fucking a rotting body.
Yeah.
Put it by the skull that's starting to show through the rotting scalp.
No, I dig my nails into the scalp. I hold on like that. Chicks love. I fucking use pins from Rocky Dennis's map, and I grab her head with them. You said they replayed the Rocky Dennis bashing yesterday?
I was fucking laughing my ass off yesterday driving home. It was, one of the Rocky Dennis bashings that were going on. And we were goofing about his filed down teeth and when he's kissing Laura Dern and how disgusting it had to be. And your line, you said his breath must smell like a hot air balloon with a gorilla asshole taped to it. And all I'm picturing is hot air blowing through the taped-on gorilla asshole and how awful that would smell.
Poor RD. I just finally get some blind pussy and everybody wrecks it.
It was really fucking good, though, and I feel silly driving, listening to this show and laughing on the way home.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get a text from Ann or whatever. It's saying, "Oh, yeah, I've heard this bit before. It's a bit that I forgot we did." And it's like you forget that you do things.
Yeah, you forget you did them. So when you're listening, you're just fucking laughing like an idiot over this shit that you just forgot you ever did in the first place. My God.
And it is rather satisfying to listen to a good bit and go, "Oh yeah, all right, the show is funny."
Yeah, that worked. Okay. Yeah, because when you're there doing it, you don't really know. Who the fuck knows? You throw it out there. See what sticks, as they say. Huddle, 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 huddle. I see our sandwiches are here.
Yeah, we're going to eat.
I would like to eat a little something.
I would like to eat a lot,
I'm
actually.
Starving Marvin. And then...
do we have these books, by the way?
Back. Yeah, we gotta try to dig up these books. No.
Who's his publisher?
What is that? Cheapo Publishing?
Yeah, exactly.
Skinflint Publishing?
Yeah, what is he doing? The books at home himself?
Writing them.
I left a message with Steve. He's trying to find out if they're going to have the books before he actually gets here.
I'm not in today.
Oh, it's probably awful. Steve probably has been talking to the publishers for fucking George Lucas or the wrong person, Frank Stallone. Yes, your brother's a wonderful actor. What?
What are you saying?
Where is he?
Yes.
He's out for the week, right?
I'm out. I have things to do.
Yes. I'm a man of leisure.
Places to go, people to blow.
I'm taking a cruise. I hope he can't come in just because his Prius is broken down somewhere.
Oh, you'll love that.
Thank you.
I mean, his stupid Prius. Yeah, we're going to eat, and we'll be right back with more of the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Yeah. Come on, Randy, you tuning son of a bitch. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Is there anything better than when he just wheels that fucking wheelchair guy right into the door?
Right into the fucking door. Fantastic. Hi, Opie and Anthony program. Opie and Anthony Show.
We're just watching the new Lady Gaga video.
Lady Gaga. Everybody's just gaga over her.
And Christina Aguilera was here yesterday, so I came back. I had a meeting at 10:30. Came back for a photo with her. Mm-hmm. People were like, "You might not be able to get it because she's apparently not in a very good mood."
The fuck?
And she took one. She wasn't pleasant or unpleasant to me. She was
just
okay
there. You were there, and a picture was taken.
Yeah, but I've heard
how was it approached? Like,
well, it was as she was leaving.
Did people talk to her?
Yeah, they asked her people, and she took photos as she was leaving in front of the Sirius sign. So they asked me I could just step in. It was okay. That's fine. That's how to do it like that. She's doing interviews, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just Twittered I'm not trying to whore my own Twitter, believe me, but the photo. There's no human chemistry between us.
Oh, really?
At all. And she looked weird to me. Like, I would have fucked her. But somebody at the Post really hates her.
Yeah.
Because they have a picture of her in today's paper from yesterday, and they nailed it. They said she looks like Phyllis Diller, and that's exactly who she looks like.
Wow.
She does not look good.
That is quite an insult.
Yeah.
Quite the difference between what she looked like. And no one when she was doing that video in the boxing ring with half her clothes off and fucking sweating and everything. Dirty. Yes, dirty. Thank you, Sam. No one would have thought she'd ever be called Phyllis Diller.
Wow.
But she does look different. Like something happened to her face.
She looks weird, man. She was very small in person, and she didn't look. Maybe she's just older than we think.
Yeah, but her face got like fat. And her nose got fat.
Did it?
Look at that fucking... See, this is the video. We're watching it right now. Dirty. And she just looks really fucking good in this. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
you ain't here to party.
She looks better with long hair.
Long hair, kind of a little stringy. That's good. Her hair was a little, what, blonde, frizzy? Was it frizzy looking? And her face just changed. Look at the goddamn pre-baby body on her. How long ago did she squirt out a fucking kid? Sam, info, Sam, please.
I think 2 years ago. It might have been 3. I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, because it looks to me from some of those photos, the recovery factor ain't there. She has a big pot belly.
Yeah, she was.
Because I'm looking at this video going, how do you throw paint on the Mona Lisa? Yeah. How do you do it? She looks great. And now she's being called Phyllis Diller?
She in the post today, and it has to be driving her nuts, all these comparisons to Lady Gaga. Like, that's humiliating to be just being smashed.
By the new kid in town.
She looks fucking... And they say Christina is Lady Gag.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Oh, shit. Oh, they didn't. They're calling her Lady Gag. Who's older? Is Lady Gaga, like, how old is Lady Gaga?
25.
Lady Gaga, I have no idea
young.
how old she is.
She's young.
She's 25.
Yeah.
And Christina Aguilera
Dude, she looks terrible with this hairdo.
Is she in her 30s?
She'll be 30 in December.
Yeah. She'll be 30.
That's all she is?
Oh,
she looks horrendous here.
Yeah.
Well, that hair is fucking awful. She looks like an old lady. Whoever her stylist is should be shot.
She looks like Mrs. Brady in the Wesson Alley commercials.
Yeah, this is long after the Brady Bunch when she was putting Wesson oil on her fingers and shoving them in Mike Lookinlin's hiney. When Cousin Oliver lost his ring, he went to Aunt Flo and she fucking... How far am I going to go with that?
Exactly.
Said it already.
Yeah, they could pull the ring out of his ass. You could just continue.
Yeah, sure.
Fine.
Sure, Mr. Brady would have volunteered to go in there.
Of course.
Fish it out or had Tiger do it with his little claws.
2 hands. You could really feel around in there, I bet. Ooh.
Oh, in Mr. Brady's or Oliver?
Of course. Mr. Brady's. Put 2 arms up there and clap.
You'd lose a ring. And, there's my hula hoop.
See, because he was gay.
Yeah, and he had a big asshole from taking lots of dicks in it. Yes, he did. So, she was kind of... again, she looked really fucking cranky. She looked... Yeah, maybe she found out that Lady Gaga's video is coming out the same day or something as her new album came out.
And what were you saying about her album cover there, Samuel?
I didn't see anything about her album cover.
Oh.
Maybe that was E-Rock.
I have so many people in here, and it's people that I really don't care about, so I just mix them up.
Oh, that means...
I'm teasing, of course. No, it was the seat. Yeah, E-Rock was in the seat.
What are they saying? Her album was too, she's just getting compared. That's hers?
See, Christina Aguilera has got some kind of a weird Lady Gaga look she's trying to do, I think. And I think people are really calling her out on it.
I tried to get... first, I tried to ask if I could get 5 minutes with her, like on a flash recorder. 5 minutes? They said, no, that's not even going to happen. And then yesterday, I was like, let me get one question. 30 seconds. I was like, I'll just ask her what color her shoes are. Just the most random and innocent of questions.
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Why?
No way.
They said she was not feeling it. They said she was not...
She's got to just be in a shitty mood because of this Gaga situation.
Humiliating.
Yeah. And being called Lady Gag.
Yeah.
You don't think Christina Aguilera knows what's being written in the fucking New York Post about her?
And plus, you don't... If you're on page 6, you know it.
Yeah.
If there's a big photo of you and they're calling you Phyllis Diller and your thing is to be sexy, someone lets you know. You might not, it's, whatever. They're just jerks. They're trying to...
Yeah. And then they're just fawning over Lady Gaga and talking about her success stories.
You know how mad she is waking up to this morning? What the fuck? You know how mad she must be?
She's canceled her summer tour.
Yeah, probably to have her... I bet you to have her dance stuff changed.
Yeah.
Because it was a little too Gaga-ish.
You think so?
I mean, she probably wasn't selling tickets either. Her single is not picking up the way she thought it would.
What about Lady Gaga's? Is the download? How many people have viewed her latest video?
Alejandro came out yesterday afternoon.
Yeah,
and it's at 3.25 million views. So she's doing okay.
Yeah, I guess she's doing all right. And Lady Gag is not selling records. Yeah, that's why she's pissed. Come on. She's got to be really livid. But, I mean, that doesn't mean that Sam can't ask her a fucking question.
One question.
Come on.
Well, she's probably sick of hearing about the Lady Gaga. She's probably only going to people she knows are not going to ask her that.
Do you think a lot of people are like, so what do you think of Lady Gaga?
Yeah, you guys are kind of similar. People who don't know how much mad it makes.
Oh, God, yeah, just dummies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you kind of remind me of her, that thing.
Yeah. So have you seen the latest Lady Gaga video?
Excited. It's coming out today.
Yeah, very excited. You know why? Because I think it's the same genre of music, so it has to help you in some way. Comment. Put the gun down.
I would love to know what she was saying in these interviews, because I hear that she was not in a good spirits.
Well, she's probably got that Latina thing going, where she gets a little, the Latina rage. Little Latina rage in her.
Her husband was here, too.
Really?
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Who's her husband?
I mean, they were fighting.
He's like a record producer. He's nobody famous.
Yeah, but he's produced. Okay, he's in the business.
Yeah, he's in the business.
Hate when hot girls, and I will call her hot. I'm not calling her Lady Gag or Phyllis Diller at this point. I mean, she has looked better, but
believe me, if she didn't take a photo with me, I would be much unkinder.
Yes, yeah.
Right now. But since she did, and she was like, okay, hi, she wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
She was fine.
Yeah. But it's I don't like when they go with people in their own industry. I don't know why that bothers me, because I have a shot. I like when hot girls just take random guys and decide because then you think, it wasn't me, but it could have been.
And if God forbid something happens between the two of them,
still got a shot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't, but
Well, what are you going to do? You can't show your house to Christina Aguilera because you have a great house, but so does she. She probably has a bigger one.
I'm sure she does. She's probably got a bigger house, of course. But, mine is fun and comfortable. And I wouldn't call her Lady Gag unless she gagged on my hog. Yeah. Are you gagging? What did you call me?
Here's the key.
Trying to be nice.
For you and I to get hot chicks, let's be honest.
Yeah.
We need them to start in abject poverty.
Yeah.
I need a girl on food stamps.
Abject poverty. Complete lack of self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't have any self-esteem. Daddy issues are always a help.
You know what I like to hear? When I'm still in bed and I hear a girl in the bathroom, I like to hear tears and boo when she's in front of the mirror. That's what I need.
That she really doesn't appreciate her own self-worth.
Tremendous self-loathing. The worse your self-esteem is, the better you're going to feel with me.
The easier it is. And then maybe if you ever go out to dinner, on like a dinner date, you like when you know that they've never been to a place better than the Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And you take them to a nice restaurant, and all of a sudden you're king shit. King shit.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
When throwing around the money doesn't help.
Yeah.
I'm fucking, my goose is cooked. I have very little to offer, ladies.
We suck.
We really do have nothing. Maybe what am I going to offer you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Sorry about that. Constantly apologizing. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm me.
You know what it is? The whole dinner, all this stuff is just a show to get you home and get your fucking panties off so I can lick your pot. I mean, that's all I have going for me. I don't want the date to continue long into the night with laughter and fun.
You don't like a little light conversation? You're not a light conversation person?
I've gotten so bad. This is where the internet has destroyed me.
Oh, no.
It was. I mean, I got a girl now, so I'm not fucking around, but
yeah.
When I was single, literally, if you were in my house for more than 20 minutes, it was out.
You just pull it out? I
don't care if you were the maintenance guy fixing the air conditioning filters. Anyone in my house for more than 20 minutes had a cock in their face.
You're trying to get him to take care of
Dude, I lost all patience. All patience.
Wow. You think that's the internet?
I know it is.
Yeah.
Because you're talking all the time, and by the time they get over there, you've already seen their clit, and you've showed photos of your dick. The internet changed the entire dating game, man.
Yeah, it seems like the courting and the foreplay is done online with photos and the hello, answering phone calls loudly as he walks out of the studio. Yeah, all that stuff is done beforehand online, so that when you finally meet, you've already said filthy things to each other.
Yep.
You've shown each other certain parts of your body. And, let's just get right down to fucking. That's interesting.
Because you lose a lot of what goes in the dating process. Which I noticed that my last girlfriends, like girls I've actually dated,
yeah,
are all girls I've met in person. None of them are girls I've met online. Like I've gone out with girls I met online, but the girls I've actually become girlfriend and boyfriend with are all women I've met in person and had to go through some kind of normal get-to-know process.
Really?
Yeah. Before, and even though it might not have been traditional, it was still face-to-face. It was not through Facebook.
So you have to work through all that beginning shit, or at least some of it, before it becomes physical, instead of just Here we are face to face. Hi, and 5 minutes later you're in bed.
Yeah, it's really I'm going over my last girlfriends. All of them I have met face to face, and I have communicated with a lot of women online. But for some reason that doesn't turn into a relationship for me.
Yeah, I guess my long-termers have been face to face.
That's because there wasn't, like, last time when you started dating
internet.
Melinda, the Facebook didn't exist, right? And your wife?
No, it was barely any. Yeah, but the wife, please. Ugh. Should never have done that. I wish there was the internet. Could have looked that up and gone, no, stay away. Get reviews on her. No. 1 star. Stay away from this one, boys. It'll cost ye. Yeah, that's but now you see everything. You kind of, the filthy talking is really odd. Because if you're face to face with somebody, just hanging out in a bar or wherever you meet people, I just say bar because I don't go anywhere else.
Right.
In church, you wouldn't just blurt shit out like that. But you have this way of putting an LOL or a heedly at the end of something.
LMAO or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's extremely sexual. You could test the waters without that fear of the slap in the face rejection. You know, so and if you get something back that's equally as filthy, you know, you can get even dirtier.
And her disapproving silence is just your phone not vibrating new text.
Right.
You don't have to be face to face and deal with that awkwardness of saying the wrong thing.
Yeah. And then yeah. So where do you work? What do you do? After that horrible look of disapproval because you said, "Can I lick your asshole?"
Yeah. Or instead of showing a picture of your cock, you just pull it out and hold it.
Yeah, hold it with a picture frame around it.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And shine the light on it, right? Can you hold a flashlight on my cock?
Make it look bigger. Look at it from way up.
But it really has changed the way you fucking do business with chicks, man. It's like you get so jaded so quickly. Because my friend's sister is dating. She was with someone a long time, and now she's telling me she's dating online. And she's like, you just go through people, and none of them go anywhere.
Yeah.
None of them go anywhere. But then again, you hear about all these people that meet on J-Date and get fucking married, so what do I know?
Is J-Date like a dating service?
For Jewish dates, or what's the other one? eHarmony, or whatever the fuck they are?
Oy vey. Yeah, those
Match.com, right.
Now, those to me seem more like people that want long-term relationships. They've looked around. They don't like the bar scene or the fucking church or movies or going out to wherever the fuck you meet live people. And then they meet them for relationships. That's what it seems like to me. It doesn't seem like it's fucking Craigslist or...
Yeah, Anthony's looking for adult friend finder, I think.
Yeah, adult friend finder.
Yeah, those are all genuine ads.
Really?
Dude, I had a profile years ago. I got no responses.
Oh, no.
None.
You put your name in there?
I had a great photo of my cock when it still had hair on it. That's how long ago I was doing that. I remember, I finally shaved my pubes where I sent out a photo of my dick when I used to have hair on. I took a photo in L.A. years and years ago, and I sent it to somebody, and she just sent back, you should shave that.
Oh. Did she mean your dick itself? Just shave that off?
Yeah, shave the skin off.
Yeah.
She liked cocks to look like they were just burned freshly in a fire.
Yeah, it's a whole nother way of. I wonder how that'll affect the future. I always wonder what the effect will be of things like that. That there isn't really this, especially for the one-night stand thing, there still isn't that interaction that you need to kind of close the deal. You could do it online and hope for the best. And like you said, if your phone doesn't ring back, oh well.
Right. Because you got 3 other that you're having the same conversation with, or 3 other that you're having the same profile exchanges with, so you don't have as much invested in one person at all.
Yeah. Right after I got out of my my long-term relationship and decided I wasn't going to do it again, and I was just going to date girls poorly because I was very bad at my juggling acts back then.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, God, was I the worst. Keith and Ange would just make fun of me. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can't invite the same people over at the different people over at the same time. I'm like, yeah, come on over. Yeah, come on over. Yeah, come on over. And then, they're all saying hi to each other. Doesn't work that way. Why don't we all go to bed? No, where are you going?
Wouldn't you feel awkward?
That only happened once, and she was in a closet.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was whoopsie. That was an Anthony oopsie at its best.
I was a guest that night, and I saw problems brewing. I'm like, that ain't gonna. This is not gonna work out well.
I was really trying a little too hard to juggle things back then because it was a whole new experience for me. I was in relationships that lasted for years, and then I was not, and I went a little crazy for a while there.
You weren't just juggling. You were walking around with a fucking robe and a pina colada in one hand, just Richard Dawson pecking everybody on the lips. Hello, darling. Get to know each other.
It was terrible.
It was great. It was great. You were just being all suave and debonair, and then the M80 went off in your face.
Oh, it's like, this isn't going to work. And everyone knew it. Everyone's just walking up to me going, dude, she's getting a little upset with you in the hot tub with that one and that. I'm like, what? Give me another drink. I could give a shit. Fucker.
What? It's my hot tub?
Yeah. It's my house. My party. Don't get nervous. Ruin my party. Yeah, but I wasn't very good at it. I would just like write things in texts and then copy and paste it on another text. Copy paste.
How great
copy
is
paste.
that?
I just figured it was like using the same bait on multiple hooks. You know? Hey, come on, one night. You just throw a few hooks in the water with the same fucking shrimp at the end of it.
It was basically just a photo of your mortgage papers. Want to come suck a dick in this mansion?
A bank statement. Here it is.
I find I have no pride. I'm very comfortable doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cares.
I kind of do like that real interaction thing.
Yeah.
Because it kind of sets you apart from the everybody that's doing the text and sexting and shit like that. Because you got to be a little more on your game in real life. You can't just fucking text filthy things and, hope it works. You got to have a personality. You got to kind of be funny or charming or whatever the fuck you got to be. But being online just completely wipes that out. Because the second you get anything sexual back, it just turns into debauchery.
And the worst is when the girl is trying to get back into real conversation and you're thinking, like, what are you doing?
Why just say that? We were just talking about fucking, tagging you from behind or something.
Yeah, who cares what I'm in Tampa? The fuck you asking me for? I don't want to hear about your day or don't change subjects.
Yeah.
No one's interested. But they do that because I think women will sense it going out of control. Like, oh boy, that's all this is going to be.
Yeah, but
the worst is like once you've thrown out the sexual stuff and gotten it back, the next time you talk, how they kind of want to start from point A again, and you're like, we're already on.
Yeah, we're already
letter M.
there.
There's no need to go back.
Yeah. Wow, what an odd thing.
It makes it very hard, man. Online shit makes it really hard to have a connection because you get rid of people so quickly. You really get rid of people immediately.
And if you just did have some kind of sexual conversation and you do meet, you can absolutely be with somebody that you have nothing in common with, nothing to talk about, no common interest, except for your, sexual babble over texts. And then what do you do? Unless you're just going to have sex and then leave, you're left in a very awkward situation of not knowing what to say to each other.
You could have good sex off, like a lot of times you'll get good sex off the computer because you've talked enough and felt each other out enough where you kind of weed out all non-hackers who do not pack the gear to serve in my beloved corps. You fucking go through it. So you narrow it down to good fuck partners, but you're right, then you got nothing to say to each other after.
Well, some people say, yeah, I'm reading here, that's the point, it's all about fucking.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a little more than fucking, but not a relationship, like if you, unless you're fucking and then the door is opening and they're leaving, there's got to be some kind of conversation going on. And if it's uncomfortable or dull or something, then you're just left in some weird situation.
Yeah, it's and again, even if you're just looking for fucking, what's worse than when you have somebody come for like 1 or 2 nights from somewhere else just to fuck, but then you forget that after you come, you're going to have nothing to talk about, and then they're there for another 21 hours or another 45 hours.
You've been in that situation?
Fucking yes.
Yes.
Dude, I'm so impatient. I can't even, the next morning can't come fast enough. I'm really fucking terrible. I'm everything they fucking warn you about. I'm a complete piece of shit.
Is there cuddling? Is there attempted cuddling on part of the girl? Jimmy's face is classic right now. He just smelt shit. That's Jimmy's face.
They literally have a better shot at finding fucking Khartoum's head in their bed than they do of cuddling with me after the load is fucking dispensed.
No cuddling.
No. Unless I like you. Or unless I know you well enough to cuddle. Cuddling feels creepy if you don't know somebody at all. It's like, what am I doing? You like to cuddle when you don't like the other?
No, I'm trying to think of what you just said. That is an odd thing if you absolutely don't know the person. If you've had even some light conversation and get along a little bit, the old post-copulation head on the shoulder while the TV is on ain't bad.
That's all right.
That's all right. As long as, 10 minutes later, the hand's back on my dick.
Exactly. As long as it's only a precursor to fucking licking from my nipple down to my fucking balls, which now have cake batter on them, thanks to you. Your fucking horrible yeast infection.
Cake batter. Ugh. Yeah, it looks like a couple of the beaters that need to be licked.
There's that. Yeah, it's kind of icky.
No, you don't want that.
Sour smell on your dick.
That is something, though. Never thought about that. Okay, See, now that's the kind of call I want. Mike. Let's talk to Mike.
What up, boys? James,
Hi.
happy birthday, good sir.
Hi, Mike.
I had 3 separate girls. I kept doing it to myself that I met online, and I would get them to come out to my house. One lived in, California, another one in Boston, and you're so right. The second you blow your load, it's like, oh, God, when are you going home? Ugh.
But what are the girls looking for? Like, what are they looking for in that you've sexted with each other? Now, obviously, as guys, we're all talking about, you come in, you have sex, you don't really have much in common to talk about or anything. What was the girl hoping to gain from the dirty talking and knowing that where this is going to go?
Sometimes just that, and other times I think they're using it as a springboard into a closer connection, and they think that if they give you that, you'll give them what they want.
Are there just girls that are into just the fucking part and they leave and wow?
I think Jimmy nailed it with that. Trying to take that and then maybe that's going to propel into something that's going to be a lot more meaningful. But then it just doesn't. It didn't happen. It was awful. The most uncomfortable feeling in my tummy ever.
How much time did you have with her?
The one girl, she came out from San Jose, California, and she was hot as balls. But, she came in on a Friday and wasn't leaving until, Sunday night.
Oh.
It was just the worst
Jimmy's.
How long to, what did you do? Did you fuck her the minute she walked in the door, or what did you do first?
Well, what happened is I picked her up at the airport, and then we went out to dinner. And I was still, trying to force myself into being like, no, I think I could like this broad. And then, I got home, we got back to my place, and she was like, no, I don't want to do anything right away because I don't want you to think that I'm, a loose girl or anything. And then, 18 minutes later, I'd already blown my load all over her, so that was over.
18 minutes after she said she doesn't want to do anything fast.
So it was just, and then it was literally, once you're done, you're like, okay, so what do you want to do? And then you're like, I don't know, go to sleep. Not talk to you.
That's brutal.
Yeah, it really it is extremely fucking awkward. The hang afterwards, it can't end fucking quickly enough.
Soon enough.
Yeah, because I remember when I was when I was working in Vegas with Dice years ago.
Yeah.
This is when I still lived with Florentine in Jersey, and our house was awful. You guys saw it on the old cribs we did back in 2000.
Terrible.
And she was obviously so disappointed when she got to my place because she met me at the Venetian Hotel opening for Dice.
Yeah,
she probably thought I had something going on.
Yeah, you had something big. You were going to big places.
I knew it was going to be bad when we were joking around before she came. She's like, "Well, what do you drive? Do you have a car?" I'm like, "I got a Mercedes and a Rolls," and she wrote back, "Oh, really?"
Oh.
Like happy, and I was like, "No, I got a Saturn."
Oh,
she was happy, but Mercedes and Rolls was what she was hoping for. Then she got to my place, and she was so bummed. And she was like, maybe 3 in the afternoon, we got into my apartment, and she just looked around, and she's like, "Do you go to eat alcohol?"
Oh, she needed drinks.
So I got her vodka
quick.
in the middle of the afternoon. She was asking me to teach her chess at 3 in the afternoon. It was really horrendous.
The worst thing that I found is, like, even if, like, you kind of like a broad back then, this was, like, 7-8 years ago, like, what are you going to do? Like, we're going to still talk to each other every night? You live across the fucking country. Like, what's the best case scenario here? So there was, like, no good outcome. So it's one of those things that when you need to blow a load, though, you're thinking crazy and you don't give a shit about that uncomfortable awkwardness that's sure to ensue. And then I repeated my mistake a couple times.
Well, what did you find? What did you just hang with the chick for the weekend and send her home?
That's all I did, and then I never called her again. And then, like, I got every email, call, text. I thought you were a nice guy. I thought you really liked me.
Wow.
And I did. I felt awful. I was like, I do, but it's just so uncomfortable to talk to you now because I don't want anything from you anymore. So,
Wow, you have a way with words, sir.
I do indeed.
Hey,
All right, boys.
All right, buddy.
Later,
Take
man.
care. Sometimes men and women want different things, and women are disappointed and that it doesn't go. All right, I understand that. But it's when women play this victim shit, like they've given you the holy grail by throwing their legs open. It's like, look, that's why I don't fuck virgins. Because I don't want that from you. I don't need that from, like, I would never fuck a virgin. I've turned virgins down.
Wow.
I've been offered. I've always turned them down. Give that to somebody you like.
Send them over to me.
Really? You like virgins? Oh, they do nothing for me. I don't like sexual innocence.
I'm teasing, of course. How old are virgins these days?
Well, yeah, nowadays.
9.
Damn president. It's really, starts a commercial.
Yes, of course.
But there's nothing worse than after you fuck somebody and they just won't. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Beat it.
Yeah,
What do you want from me?
Scramsky?
Yeah, like after a certain point, it's like, I don't get attached like that. I'm not going to grovel and fuck it, but I fucked you.
Ugh. I was kind of that guy for a few years where it was, if I had sex with a girl, I really kind of got attached. Yeah.
I'm squinting at it.
I know. Yeah, Jimmy's squinting
I'm
now,
uncomfortable.
and he's making an Edward G. Robinson mouth. It's but I was like, I would obsess about the girl, and I would do anything I could to spend time with her to make sure she wasn't with anyone else.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
You were the clingy one.
I would sacrifice anything. I was the guy that his friends would be like, dude, the second you get a girl, you just disappear. We don't see you anymore. You don't hang out. Because I need to spend every second knowing where she was so I know she wasn't like with somebody else or, meeting somebody that might get into a relationship with her. Yeah. Oh, I was awful.
You were like a cloud of neediness.
I was so needy. Needy.
So you were just like, were there ever times when you hung out with her where you could kind of sense that she really, like in hindsight, you're like, she probably didn't want to really hang that much?
Yeah. There were those times, and I would just, and then
you wouldn't take the hint.
No, I wouldn't take the hint. I also. Like, if they did go out with another guy, I would lose my fucking mind. I would lose my fucking mind, like just be an emotional disaster area. Just a wreck. I was so needy.
But wait, so you would hang out with a girl a little bit and expect more, but she wanted to see other people still.
Yeah. It was, and I thought if I had sex with a girl, we both were not seeing other people.
Ew.
Didn't matter what, if it was lust, if it was that we knew each other for a while, but and were friends, and then that happened and stuff. To me, that sealed the deal on we are now in a monogamous relationship, and it's going to last forever and ever, and I'm in love, and you should be too.
So what would you do when how could you tell that they didn't, like when you look back, how could you see that they probably wanted a little bit of space, but you were just there?
When they would fuck my friends. Much to my chagrin. It was really bad. I was just a fucking emotional wreck. Like it was that feeling of death inside you, like heartbreak.
Yeah,
fucking heartbreak was that's what I was all about. And I had a need to be with somebody. Yeah, like I couldn't be alone. And this was just recently, within the past couple of years, taken care of. Like I could not go home and be in an empty house by myself. I needed somebody there. I could not go to bed without someone being in bed, without my girlfriend being in bed, and whether we were having sex or not. I just needed somebody to be. She could be on the other side of the fucking bed, back turned to me, fucking asleep. I just needed somebody in there with me. And now it's like I fucking like being alone. There are times I just fucking love being alone. I'm home. I'm not doing anything. I don't have to do anything. I got my iPad. I got the TVs on. Boom. I go in the pool. I fucking solo drunk karaoke downstairs, hoping Keith doesn't walk in and videotape me without me knowing. How ugly is that? The image that I'm on that little stage, blasting out, singing like a rock star to nobody.
That's fucking... You're worse than Rupert Pupkin. Because you have an audience every day, and then you go home and you sing to chairs. What a psychopath.
It really is.
You really are all fucking whack job.
I'm there in shorts with like my socks on and just blasting into a microphone with a gun on my hip and a beer on the bar. Yeah. I'm just like, what the fuck? There have been times I've just laughed at myself.
There's a difference between being comfortable being alone and just being an asshole. Sweet Caroline.
Good times never seem so good. Fucking pistol on my hip in my shorts. Singing to an empty couch.
Oh, horrible.
It's
so
fun.
Lonely.
It's fun.
You know, sometimes...
But I can deal with that now. Like you said, that's so lonely. It was.
Right.
Like a couple of years back, that would have probably brought me to tears. Like, look at me. I'm a mess. It's pathetic. I'm alone. Now, though, I'm like, I'll do what the fuck I want. I don't care. I'll do this. I'll fucking go and watch a movie. I'll just... hang out. I'll sit out in the yard, pop my feet up on a chair, and just look at the pool. I don't feel like I have to be in someone else's company anymore.
Sometimes it's nice to have your own space. Like when you, because I lived at home until I was 30, which really is horrendous.
Wow.
But it's like I really always had people around. And then I moved in with Jim and for 3 years. So it's like, you know, I've been living by myself for like 8 years. I'm 41. It's depressing. Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing. I like even if my girlfriend is in the next room, I sometimes like my own space. Like you like your own fucking energy in the house. Like it's just me. And I can kind of hold in a shit for a little while if I want. Like if I want to walk around and then just like walk and all of a sudden I just go, while I'm standing there. And I can shit when I like be alone.
Be alone, yeah.
Yes.
Alone time. I always had overlapping girlfriends too, where it was overlapping, not even girlfriends, overlapping relationships, where one would end, the second one would start.
Yeah.
So I would be in relationships, and they were live-in fucking relationships. Like they would just 2 seconds, I'm living with someone again,
and which usually means that one started as the other was ending.
Oh yeah. It was one of those deals. You could tell the other one was, it was old. It was getting tiresome. We weren't getting along. Things like that. And out of that, I'd kind of, notice there was something else out there, and I didn't spend any time alone until probably a little over 2 years ago. And that's no shit. I mean, from mommy in the house to moving out in my 20s, I guess, and constantly having a cohabitator, somebody that I was living with, and it just made me really uncomfortable to be alone for a long time, and then I'm finally really comfortable with it.
It's fucking nice sometimes, man. I don't know what it is about it. Even if the person's in the next room, there's something nice about not having another person breathe your fucking oxygen once in a while.
Breathe your air.
For real, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. I know I can walk in and watch what I want to watch. It's like, I don't want the disapproving face. I just want to be by myself.
Or the talking sometimes. It's like, you know what? And not that it's like, oh my God, my job, I talk all day long. I don't need to talk. I like to talk, believe me. But there are days where I get home and just I really have nothing to say, and I really don't want to carry on a conversation or anything. I just want to sit and watch TV and do nothing. And then I always feel like if I'm not entertaining the person, that they're going to get bored or there's going to be a problem or something, you know? So you got to fucking keep the plate spinning when all you want to do is nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Instead of realizing, tough shit if she's bored.
Yeah, you're bored. I want to do something.
Bye.
Do you want to do something? That was a nightmare to me to hear, I want to do something. Or what do you want to do? Or can we go out? Or you want to do this or that? And it's like, what do you want to do for dinner even? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, could you have a thought or something? Could you come up with something? Why is it always, I don't know? Like, don't talk to me. Don't. But I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, okay, let me panic and quickly think of something so you don't get bored. God, I suck.
No, I have the same thing. The fear of being. I told one girl I dated. I said, I always feel like I'm auditioning for you.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I always feel like I'm auditioning for you. Like I was afraid of her getting bored.
Yeah. You feel like if they're not kept in a constant state of entertainment, that they're just going to wander off. What shit self-esteem?
Yeah.
What shitty fucking self-esteem? Oh.
Last night I was watching, there was a special on John Cazale who's Fredo from The Godfather. He was only in 5 movies, and everyone was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, great.
And nobody knows his name. They were walking around pictures of Fredo. Nobody knew his name.
Who's that, Fredo? Yeah.
And we're watching, it's a 40-minute documentary. I think it's called I Knew It Was You. It's on HBO On Demand. It's really fucking great. I mean, they get De Niro for this. He's interviewed. Pacino in his wig.
Yeah.
His wig is so bad. But they get guys that never do interviews, Meryl Streep, and they all talk about Cazale, Coppola, you know. And I'm watching this, and my girlfriend's doing something, and then she sits with me, and she's got her kind of head on my shoulder, and they're talking about when Cazale, he died of cancer. He only did 5 fucking movies. All were amazing. And when he found out he had cancer, and they're just getting into that, and it's like really emotional. And I'm not sad. I'm like, wow, this is heavy. And she's just like, you smell really good. And I'm like, shut up. What are you doing?
Was that a prelude? Was she trying to get a little amorous with you?
No.
Oh.
She was just, again, it was like.
Oh, it's like you're not getting you're not getting that out of this? Like
She was just walking around not knowing. It's like, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
I know I smell good. I bought the cologne. So what?
This is important to me right now.
Oh, God bless Al. It's called I Knew It Was You, Rediscovering John Cazale. So it's really a great fucking, God bless Al Pacino. He just looks weird at this point.
Yeah, look at me.
But, you know, it's like something like that. You want to enjoy it and just kind of, I should have watched that by myself.
Yeah.
Because she's doing something with a suitcase where she's zipping it. I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
I'm watching something.
I want to hear this.
And only this.
But I know if I say that, it's going to be a fucking argument.
Yeah. And why? Why should it be an argument? It shouldn't. You should have a little bit of freedom. I think that's the thing a lot of people get in problems in relationships over. Is like just the freedom to not go out and fuck people,
right?
But just the freedom to just not fucking do anything and not feel compelled to do something.
I think a lot of it has to do with honesty too. Like if it was okay, I mean, it's not a lot of girls that you could do this with, but if you were to just to say, hey, I'm trying to watch something and you zip in every 2 seconds is really bothering me and have her be cool with it, that'd be a whole nother story.
Yeah, where is that
unfortunately,
happening?
that doesn't really happen too often.
Where the fuck is that happening?
Do you know what I do with my girlfriend when she's talking too much? I'll just put my hand over her mouth.
Oh, no.
But she actually laughs. Like, she's like, am I talking too much? I'm like, nonstop.
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
Endless. But it's not an anger thing, you know. Sometimes you just got to cover somebody's mouth and just go, stop, you're talking a lot. You won't stop talking.
That is nasty.
But I don't do it when we're mad at each other. It's just like, if we're watching something and she's just babbling.
You ever go, shh?
Yes, of course.
You shush her?
You have no idea. Shut up. All the time.
Shut up.
It's not even nasty. I'm being playful, but I'm like, I really am.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm being playful, but I'm serious. Shut up.
How could you not want to see? And I forget that a girl is not going to want to watch a documentary on John Cazale.
No. And his big beluga whale forehead. Oh. That giant tumor in there.
They were talking about him. They had like Buscemi interview. They had Philip Seymour Hoffman interview. Again, guys you just never see interviewed. And they were talking about how amazing he was, and they were saying how great it was. The skip when he walks into the
it's brilliant.
How great.
Yeah, when Michael's coming into Vegas and he's going to show him a good time, and he was all happy that he could do it, and then he just blew it again. He pulled a Fredo again.
And they said when Michael says to him, Fredo, get rid of them, I'm tired. The disappointment looked like they just go to Cazale for a minute, and he's hurt and wounded and disappointed. And it's all this emotion on his face. And I'm just thinking of my own piece of shit acting. And all I would have done is basically put my hands on my hips and gone, and crinkled my... I was watching him have emotion.
Wow.
His forehead was not crinkled. I was crinkle my forehead because I'm doing that face acting.
It was stretched out from a tumor. He wanted to crinkle it. Oh, horrible. That's terrible. Yeah, it's one of those things where you're getting into something and it's serious and you just want to enjoy that moment. And
I dated a girl years ago, and this is when I knew the relationship was done. She'd never seen The Godfather, and we were watching.
That's when you knew it was done. Yeah,
yeah, it's done.
Come on,
you're an idiot. I can't fuck anyone. Doesn't know who Jack Waltz is. We're watching The Godfather, and we're at the end of the movie, and Michael and Kay have that scene where, and he's saying, enough, and he hits the thing. She goes, Michael, is it true? She's asking if it's true that Talia Shire has just come in and said your husband's had all these people murdered. And he's about to answer her. And dummy asks me a question.
Do you understand? This is the pinnacle of the movie, right?
She just asked him if it's true. Is he going to lie? Is he going to tell the truth?
Yeah.
And he says, no. What do you want to... It's like, oh, you fucking idiot.
Or how about when you're watching something and then your chick goes, what did he just say? And then in the time that you have to explain what he just said and why he said it, then you miss something. You miss a huge plot point or something, and now you have to go back and see what happened.
What's worse when you're watching something, you want someone to hear the next line because you know it's a good one, and they start talking, and then you can't go shut up. So you're like, You just want them to shut up before the line or the moment happens.
Yeah. You can't shush them. Yeah, that's ugh.
That's the nice part about being alone.
I was just going to say, watching movies with people is stressful. There's a stress, especially if you've seen the movie and they haven't. And you want to, a lot of times you might want to turn somebody onto a movie. So you've seen the movie, they haven't, and they just don't know how to watch a fucking movie with the zest that you would.
Well, they're not enjoying it because they get up to go to the bathroom. They don't ask you to pause it.
Yeah. And I'll even go like, oh, you want me to pause it? No, that's okay. And then I pause it anyway. No, you're watching this.
Yeah, I know, I do
too.
too.
Watching it, and I'm rewinding it a half hour. You're gonna watch a half hour of it
We're
again.
rewatching the fucking wedding scene from The Deer Hunter, whether you like it or not. You shallow fucking whore.
Holy shit! Wow, amazing.
Phone lines
the
are lit.
Phones are actually lit with people that have
love John Cazale.
That love John Cazale. Maybe. Oh, geez. Oh, Clingy. How about Clingy Guy? Tim from Staten Island. Because I could probably relate to Clingy
Thank you so
Guy.
much for picking me up.
Hi,
when
Tim.
a meter, when a meter goes from orange to red, like on a light, bing, 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 and red is like the highest. Everything that you guys are saying, I have been through. Like Anthony, you started with the clingy shit.
Yeah.
I've been through that. I've been out of my house since I was 18. I'm 34 now. 2-year relationships max. I go down to Puerto Rico to wrestle for 2 years. I meet my wife. I come back here. I'm 34 now. We have a newborn son. We're living in my mother's house to save money. I work. She doesn't. I'm in the same room with her and my newborn son fucking 24/7 when I'm not at work. And as far as watching the movies, oh my God, she's Puerto Rican.
Ah!
Not shut
Boo! The boo.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Does not shut the fuck up. And as far as like me trying to get her into watching the movie, same thing. She gets up, she goes to the bathroom, doesn't ask me to pause it. I pause it anyway. when we're watching a movie, she'll start talking to me during a scene, and it's just like, oh my God. I try to explain it to her in a way, but like, listen, honey, I know that you mean well. I know that you want to explain it to me. Just save it for after. I know back home in Puerto Rico, you know, you guys talk a lot.
You don't have TVs.
Yeah.
Oh my!
You're always watching a movie called The Knifing.
That's the news.
Out the window. Yeah.
Christ, I'm trying to watch Buffalo 66 with her, and she just is totally not into it.
What kind of movies does she like?
Twilight. Fucking Pride and Prejudice.
Do you love her though? Do you enjoy being married to her?
I love being married to her. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely love being married to her. She's a diehard Yankee fan. I mean, she's got a lot of great points to her. That's why I put up with it.
Do you miss the fact that you didn't have any time to just kind of be a single kind of guy?
Anthony, totally. I have to go out. I slept in my car 2 weeks ago in the driveway just so I could be alone.
Holy shit.
What? Dude, it's so. I sent her to the mall on Saturday. I said, listen, you're going to get up. She's glued to the room. She doesn't want to leave. And I said, listen, all right, I know you're trying to find a job. You're going to go to the park with Kevin, my son. You're just going to get up and you're going to go out for a little while. It's good. Go out, meet people. Maybe you'll meet some guy who'll fuck you.
You're just trying to get rid of her all the time.
Yes. Well,
wow.
Not all the time, but I want that fucking moment. I don't have that. I work in an office with 90% miserable North Jersey fat cunts. 90% women. 90% women. So I don't barely have any time alone. I basically stopped drinking, and it's like fucking. It's ridiculous.
But you're in one bed in one room with her in your mom's house.
Yes.
Wow.
Is it like a basement converted type thing? I'm sorry, you might have said that.
No. We're upstairs in a 3-bedroom house. I got my 2 brothers living there too. One's 26 on sanitation, and one's 20, and they've never done a thing in their life. I'm the total opposite. I was out of the house when I was 17, pretty much. Because I went through the black girl phase, and my mother wasn't a big fan of that.
Really? Well,
yeah, dude.
I don't think I could talk to you anymore. Well,
no. Listen, I feel exactly the way you do. I have this cunt that sits behind me at work. She is precious. She's Monique from the fucking movie.
Really? That bad?
She puts up. I sent to Steve. I told Steve last week. I sent him a picture of the. She writes a prayer board every week. Like she writes a scripture from the Bible, and of course she curses like a sailor and talks about her fat fucking pussy and shit.
Ooh.
She wrote. She writes these scriptures. I sent Steve a picture of it, and it's like, he who hideth hatred with lying lips and uttereth a slander is a fool. So what do I do?
It's like a Jimspiration.
It sure is.
Jesus Christ! In my cubicle, I put up a picture of Monique from the movie with that Aunt Jemima on her head with the cigarette in her hand, and I put one of those motivational posters with Mr. T. I think you guys probably seen it, and it says "Fools, I pity them." But she's just so yeah.
Look, Tim just wants to talk to us.
He's
trying so hard to not put a gap in there and wrap it up, because he just wants to talk to us.
Tim just wants to hang out with a few men and chit chat.
Yeah, and chit chat for a while. But Tim, we're doing a show here.
Tim's going through everything, and you know, all season tires do have better grip.
Yeah,
technically,
you know something. The bias ply, you'll notice a better traction.
All right, Tim. See you later.
Take it easy.
Punch it out.
Later,
all right.
Man. Poor Tim.
He's gonna have like Rupert Pupkin things, but there's gonna be fucking 2 cardboard cutouts, me and Ant, and he's gonna sit there and talk and go, "How about the tits on that one?"
Right. You agree?
Oh, that's torture to have no. You see, alone time fucking rules, man.
Yeah, I came into it so late in life. My God, man. It just I don't know why. What was it that I had to fucking have someone around all the time? Ugh.
I don't realize how lucky I am. Like, I got my own place, and my girl she's there a lot, but she doesn't live with me. And I get to see my friends. Like, I forget, like, we hang with our friends in the morning for fucking 4.5 hours. Like, this is basically hanging out with your buddies and fucking off.
Yes.
And meeting celebrities you want to meet.
Yeah.
And then at night at the cellar, when I go down to the cellar, I'm hanging out with friends, and there's plenty of, it's a cool balance to have, but you got to have time with your fucking friends, and you got to have time by yourself. Anytime, if you're just obsessed with a relationship, it's fucking horrendous.
Yeah, I don't know why, though. I just needed that. I needed it. Yeah, maybe one more call, and then we'll
take a break and make love.
And wait for...
Doug is coming
in? Doug
Stanhope's at 8 o'clock. Is he
coming
here?
in at 8?
Yes. Oh, he's here? Okay.
Oh, he's here.
What time did he get here?
I think he just got here.
Oh, okay.
What about Scott? Is that Scott from Virginia? I don't know. We'll try him. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, friend.
Hey, I got a perfect setup. I turned my garage into a bar. My old lady leaves me the fuck alone. I'm on the road now. I'll come home tonight, have a couple boys over, we'll drink some beers. She'll just stay in the other room, you know. She'll come out, tell me when dinner's ready. I've been married 20-something years, man.
Sounds like a horrible existence, sir.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. To me, it might be great for you. Don't listen to what I say and think it's the be-all, end-all. I'm just saying, for me, that sounds like a nightmare of a life.
Really? Well,
yeah.
I mean, she's raised 3 kids.
Oh, it got worse. Yeah. Holy shit, it just got worse.
Hey, they don't mess with me, though. You know, she says, you want to go out to eat when I come home off the road? And I'm like, you know what? I've been everywhere out to eat. Can't you just make me a fucking homemade meal?
But I don't need people in my house that I have to say they don't mess with me. Why would they be there in the first place is the nightmare part of it. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have an empty house than people in there that I don't want messing with me. To have to build an oasis in your house to get away from people.
No, it isn't like that. I mean, I don't know. It just works for us, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong. She'll come out and watch TV or something, but we watch totally different programs. I mean, when I do watch something with them, we go in the room and they will pause it for me and stuff. Do you
have after 20 years of marriage, honestly, kind of think about it, do you have anything in common with your wife that you share together and actually genuinely laugh and enjoy together?
Yeah, we got our children and our family.
I understand the children part. That's unconditional. It's sort of an obligation thing. I mean, like just something you enjoy, entertainment-wise, hobby, friends, just things like that you would enjoy each other's company doing together that isn't the family itself.
Well, we don't have too many friends. I mean, because we work totally different schedules.
I'm saying no, by the way. You know, from his answers, I'm just answering your question that I've given you with no. You don't have anything in common with somebody after 20 years of marriage.
We enjoy watching a couple TV shows together. You know.
Yeah, that's what it's come down to, huh?
Yeah, after 20 years, what do you say to each other?
I know,
we have a lot of family functions. Everybody comes over to the house. The kids all together.
Yeah, shared company, you know, shit like that. But I'm just talking you and her alone. It would just seem, after 20 years, yeah, what the fuck do you say to somebody? You've said it all. There's not one mystery.
No, because I'm out sometimes, and then I come home, and then we talk about what the kids been doing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How my work, you know.
Oh, shit. God, that's just a nightmare for me. God bless you, sir. I'm very happy that you enjoy your life, but to me, I'd rather be on one of the many planes of hell. That just sounds horrible. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, sir. Take it easy, Scott. Good luck to you.
It's like my mother used to say. She used to say, Chipper, you're going to hell in a handbasket, you know.
Is that what old mom used to say?
Yeah, she'd say it a lot.
Yeah?
Or she'd catch me playing jacks.
You played jacks?
All the time.
Is that the game with the rubber ball where you bounce it and pick up?
As many as you can.
The jacks?
Yeah.
Did you have any good jack jokes? Did you make jokes while you were doing it to make everybody laugh?
Maybe I should pick up some Rogers, too, you know.
Oh, because it's the name Jack.
Yeah. Well, I would say, how many jacks am I going to pick up? I mean, what do they do, lifting cars?
Oh, jacks. Did you ever think that some guy, Jack, was playing a game called Chip?
What? There's no such thing as a game called Chip.
Okay. I just figured I'd
played that.
Float that one out there, but all right, Chip, I understand.
Chip has gotten, before we go to break, Chip has gotten really weird.
Oh, has he then?
Yeah, he's got a whole Jersey Shore thing going on at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whereas
I'm sure the young lady enjoys it.
Hates Chipper D.
What?
Chipper D. Because he kind of like was trying to be influenced by Jersey Shore because he feels like he's not getting enough respect from her.
Chipper D.
Yeah.
And how does he talk any different or
a little bit?
What does he do?
Let's get an art double over here, something.
It's very Jersey Shore-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edgar told him that's how you get the chicks to respect you. It's just a long story.
How she deals with this, I haven't a clue. She's an 11, and she's dealing with your multiple personality.
I will tell you
characters
that she has listed for me in order which of the characters were the best fucks.
Who is tops?
Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul, yeah, he's had some experience.
Yeah.
He's probably a little more gentle, I bet.
She said Chip is terrible.
Chip's awful, as stiff.
Edgar's very Bad, and Sudley was horrible.
Sudley?
Oh, you don't know Sudley. You'll meet him someday.
I hope to.
He's really bad.
I really hope to.
Now we got Doug Stanhope here.
Oh, God, yes. Jimmy, where are you going to be?
Oh, wow.
I want to know where James is going to be if someone wants to see Jimmy Norton.
Thank you, sweetie. Today I'll be on the Boneyard at 11 a.m. My show premieres on the Boneyard. It's a 1-hour show from 11 to 12 on the Boneyard, which is XM. What's the channel? 42? No.
Right out.
Ooh.
It's on XM and Sirius, I think. And I'll be at the Borgata Casino July 2nd and 3rd.
I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, you're going to be there.
I'm going down for that one.
Are you staying the extra night?
Yes.
4th?
No, I got to be back for the 4th because I think that's Keithy Pie's birthday.
Oh, okay. That's right. Oh, yeah, I told him. I saw Keith at Caroline's. He told me he was a Yankee Doodle boy. I wanted to spit on him.
I know.
Fuck you.
Yankee Doodle boy. Stop it.
Blow streamers. That self-centered ass. He probably thinks all the explosions are for him.
You're right.
Every room Keith walks into is like Fredo skipping into that fucking casino room. He hears music that's not even playing.
He is the mayor, that guy.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Truly is.
They all know him.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Where's the Boneyard?
It's
Boneyard.
XM53, Sirius 19.
Yes, great. It's a great best station. And so I hope people dig the show. And we'll come back, I guess, with Doug Stanhope in a few minutes.
Stanhope is coming into the studios right after these words.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM. Let me hear you scream like you want it. Let me hear you yell like you mean it. If you're gonna go loud,
I love this.
Yeah.
New Ozzy makes me very fucking happy.
Let me hear you. Yeah. Fucking Ozzy.
Back with Doug Stanhope is in studio.
Doug.
Good morning.
How you been, man?
Hi, buddy.
All right. Good? Yeah.
Dying.
You look better than last
Rotting,
time. You look
dying.
actually really cool.
I shaved.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, you clean up. You clean up nice.
I think it's sun.
Yeah?
You get a bit of a tan and people
You're still
assume
out there
you're
in, like,
healthy.
Arizona or some shit?
Yeah, Bisbee.
Yeah? Bisbee, that's right. You're from Bisbee, Arizona. Where I just don't know what there is to do out there.
Bisbee Copper Kings baseball every Friday and Saturday, 4 and 7.
You're kind of a regular guy, aren't you?
At home, yeah. I'm pretty
when you're
regular.
at home?
Yeah. It offsets the road.
You get kind of jaded being in New York or even in the surrounding areas of New York because you have, like, the biggest city in the world right at your fingertips. So you think, Bisbee, Arizona, what the fuck am I going to do with myself?
Yeah, I walk the dogs. We do mushrooms occasionally. We go to baseball games.
I would assume drugs play an integral part of being able to deal with not being in a major city.
No, actually, that's where the drugs only happen on the road.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
You know, mushrooms in Arizona seem like a cliche, but it's like you gotta do it.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't start doing like lines of blow. Town of 6,000 people. I'm in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock most of the time.
Oh, you really live like a real suburban life out there.
Yeah. But I'm, when I'm off the road,
I usually assumed
it's a good balance.
Yeah, I assumed you were kind of just out of your mind all the time.
No.
Either doing dope or fucking robbing or raping or something. just comes across that way when you're on stage.
No, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning.
You're a farmer?
Oh, really?
What do you farm?
Yeah, well, you walking the dogs. You want to get up before it gets hot.
No, you don't.
No.
I would be sleeping in air conditioning. I hate getting up early.
Yeah,
hate it.
Well, I'm in bed early because it's one of those things. You wake up and you start drinking.
Yeah,
it's 2 in the afternoon. Why not have a cocktail?
Well, it is offset if you get up at 5 in the morning. Like, I get up pretty early to do the show most days. And once I'm done with the show, I get home, do a few things. And then where a normal person with normal hours might seem that you're cracking open a beer a little early, I've already been up a while.
Right.
To me, it's 5 o'clock. Sounds like, even though the clock says 11:30 a.m.
Sure.
To me, it's like 5 in the afternoon.
Excellent rationalization.
Yes, Jim. I knew Jim would agree with me wholeheartedly.
So, like, are you drinking when early at home or no?
Yeah, at home. Yeah, I start drinking early because I go to bed early. So
see, that's the rationalization. It works.
What does your wife do? You're married, right?
No, I get a girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah, she's the retard.
She's the retard.
No, she's mentally ill, but she's well medicated. She's completely normal. But
I remember you talking about that.
Bingo, yeah. She was the bald chick that was in last time. She's got hair now. She grew it back.
Oh, yeah?
What was wrong with her mentally?
Manic depressive. We call it.
Wow.
Bipolar. Yeah, that's the one.
Bipolar's rough.
Yeah, but she's been normal for years now.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, she was,
Good
when I
medicine.
was first with her, yeah, she'd go completely loopy. That was, hilarious. Like, walking down the street naked, talking on a banana, thinking it was a telephone, and
all right,
yeah, like crazy shit.
Yeah, that's real crazy.
Yeah, it was
I thought you meant
hilarious. It was never like,
Yeah.
stabby crazy. It was never, violent or anything, but yeah.
I thought you just meant some kind of I'm sad today.
No,
You're talking
she was
real
bad
crazy.
shit.
Bad shit.
Off the rails. She had just gotten out of a
bad
mental
shit's
institution.
crazy.
She had been in for a couple months when we got together. And
Wow.
They put her away for like a week
How'd you meet her?
couple years ago. I met her, I banged her after a show.
And then she went right into the hospital. She went into the nervous hospital.
That put me off. No, is that, yeah.
Doug Stano. I fucked him.
This is a true story.
Hospital.
It's a true story. It's when she was locked up, because I hooked up with her after a show, and it was years before we got together. But when she was in the mental hospital, as I was on the Man Show, they were running a commercial for the Man Show on the TV in the mental hospital, and she kept trying to tell people that she knew me and she slept with me, and everyone's thinking she's like, oh yeah,
sure you did.
Sure you did.
Wouldn't she pick somebody else?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Rogan.
Wait for Rogan.
If you're gonna lie.
Yeah, right. That animal.
So, all right. So you hooked up after a show and then just didn't see her for a long time. That's pretty
so
cool.
we kept in touch randomly every year or two. I'd get an email. Oh, I'm living in New Orleans now, and blah blah blah. And then
No, she wasn't.
Then then I got the one that we used to have this party in Death Valley in Panamint Springs. It was just like 70 of us would get together every year out in the middle of Death Valley and have our own personal Burning Man kind of.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
And she had emailed me and she said, "Hey, I'm coming to see your show in Hawaii. I was booked over in Hawaii and this and that." And she goes, "By the way, I just got out of a mental institution after being a lot incarcerated against my will, and this will be my first time going out in public since I've been released." And I go, well, if you're, she was in Tahoe. I go, if you're in Tahoe, you should come down to this party. I go, we do a lot of drugs in the desert. Your doctors would be advised
I'm sure
against
that's
it.
a great.
And she showed up, and she was that was when she was shaved completely bald. I didn't even know who she was when she showed up at the party.
What is that with chicks shaving their head when they go a little bonkers?
I don't know. It looked good though.
Yeah, they did.
You liked it, right?
Yeah.
You hook up immediately?
Yeah. I was. Yeah, we
Just been together since then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. From certain angles, though, it would be like a fucking Kojak. I wouldn't like that. Look at the top of the head.
Yeah, throw all lollipops out. No more cigarettes.
Nice
little
player.
Boot camp fantasy in there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
A little Jimmy Norton fantasy.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, you have to ask her, look, could you have some side fat? Is that possible? could you aspire to be mediocre and have side fat? I'd really like that. How long you been with her?
5 years.
Exclusive?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, damn.
No kids, right?
No.
You're not looking for that?
No, she wouldn't do that. She's not one of those people that wants to breed more.
Yeah, more fucking
of that. Bad gene.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it or no?
No, I get a vasectomy. No.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
I
yeah.
fucking hate kids.
Right.
I loathe
Right.
them. Yes.
Ugh. It's just I couldn't imagine the.
I mean,
burden.
most of it's selfish, but yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's purely selfish with me. Pure selfishness. I have the means. I'd be able to support a child, and I'd probably be a pretty good dad, kind of a thing. But I don't want to. I purely don't want to because I like being able to just leave and go somewhere whenever the fuck I want.
I know. I have
to lock my door.
dogs fuck up my day enough. You just can't just zip off. You got to find someone to sit them and.
Yeah, they should have kennels for kids where you just put them in a kennel, put them in a little cage.
You don't want. I know why you don't want them because you're afraid that you'd go to jail by the time they were 6 for fucking their friends.
Oh, it's playtime. Who you inviting over?
No, I want to register as a sex offender just to have an excuse for why my friends can't bring their stupid kids over. No.
Nah, I'd love to have them over, but I'm one of those little red dots on the map.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super Bowl party, I'd love to. Can I bring my kids? No, I get worked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saints games give me boners that I don't know if your kids would live through.
Yeah, look, if you want all their memories up to this point wiped out, bring them over. I'll be happy to clean that slate with.
My siblings decided, like late in life, not decided. I think one decided, one it was a whoopsie, to have kids in their 40s. So I now have a about 2-year-old niece and nephew. Two of them for my brother and sister, and it's like I just see what happens to them. It's this complete lifestyle change where everything is based on the kid. Everything. And you're like, what the fuck? Just, it's all about packing plays and fucking having to bring shit wherever you go and car seats that look annoying to put in and take out and just bullshit stuff.
Gonna face the kid backwards. It's creepy. You're driving, the fucking ghoulish kid is looking out the back window, making everybody else on the road uncomfortable. Can't even get blown anymore because some fucking 4-year-old is staring at you from the car in front of you. The fucking cock blocker waving at you.
Little fuck. Yeah, it's just not for me. Ooh, no.
Yeah, when you're like my brother's got 2 kids. And it's that gives you a responsibility. Like now, I'm an uncle. I didn't want that title.
Yeah.
Well, you should call her. It's her birthday. You know, her dog died. She's really sad. You should give her a call. Why? What? I didn't blow that load. Why do I have a responsibility out of? Yeah.
Even like cards. I don't know to buy a fucking card. I can remember birthdays and other holidays and shit where I'm supposed to send nieces and nephew cards and stuff. So I'm just like, all right, I'll peel off a few fucking Benjamin Franklins. What does the kid need?
Yeah.
That's me. It has no emotion to it. It's purely financial.
My niece is, I guess she's almost 13 now, but she's old enough that I'll drunk dial her at 3:30.
Oh shit.
She never answers the phone, but I'll leave her messages.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, she's just starting to turn cool, but they were both kind of douchebags as kids. You couldn't even be the corrupting uncle. Like that would be the only fun thing is you can eat candy.
Fuck them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do whatever your dad says you can't do, and they would go, no, that's wrong. Come on. Take all the fun out of this.
I was doing that because I had people from Arizona staying over the house a couple of weeks ago. And there was
Hispanics?
No, actually, one of the few that weren't Hispanic or Indian, I guess. A lot of Indians in Arizona.
Not where I live.
No, Bisbee.
Yeah.
And there was a girl there, and she's like 15, and I was just like, she's like, and her mom is saying shit like, don't have candy, don't do this, don't do that. It was always don't, and I just corrupted I was like, she goes, I want Snickers bars. She's like up on the balcony thing in my living room. Snickers bars. I'm like, all right. I just get like 4 of them and throw them up. Go ahead.
How old is she?
Eat away. 15.
That's called laying groundwork.
Laying groundwork?
Yeah.
Is that what I was doing?
Of course. Remember when I gave you the Snickers? Of
Come
course
on
it is.
now. Wasn't I good for the Snickers? Yeah, it's no, because I just wanted to constantly just being, held down as being a kid and kind of a thing. And I was like, who gives a shit?
She got her first F. My niece got
candy. Fuck it.
My niece got her first F in math. Her first
Nice.
failing grade.
When you said she got her first F, we were both ready to congratulate you.
Oh, good.
She got her first failing grade, so I sent her a letter with $120 in it. It says congratulations on your first failing grade. I said enclosed are 2 bills. One says 100, one says 20. If you can tell which one's worth more, that's all the math you need to know.
That's great.
Take the one you like the most, give the other one to your retarded brother Harry.
That's great. So do they kind of like my nephew's like 15 and he kind of likes that, I'm Jim, I'm his uncle, I'm a comedian. Like, are they at that age where they kind of think it's cool that Stanhope is their uncle?
They haven't, not that I know of. Like, she thought shit like that was cool, but they haven't found my comedy. That I'm waiting. They're online all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if my brothers told them specifically, don't look at your uncle's
Don't
shit
look
online.
at him.
They had to have seen your comedy. They had to have. There's no way they couldn't.
I don't know. The kid, the younger one, he's a bit of a savant.
Oh.
He's on the computer all the time, so I can't imagine.
He's had to have, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to have popped up. Do they ask what you do,
Well, they know what I do, so
okay.
you'd think that...
Yeah, they would look it
any
up.
time now.
They've probably seen it.
Yeah, they've seen it. They probably just don't want to talk to you about it because then they'll get back to him and it'll be a whole...
Yeah.
Wow. Or maybe they just don't want to say, well, you're not funny.
Yeah, we don't get it. We don't agree with you.
What is that?
We're good people.
Why do people pay to see that?
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to hear that.
Right.
I was the hero uncle.
Yeah, my nephew.
Wow.
Well, we should...
I'm a little...
certain people you don't want to...
Frank Lucas is here.
Oh, yeah.
A little early.
So we'll...
Yeah, I get like 3 texts from Carlisi warning me.
Warning you?
Don't fuck with him.
We
I
didn't think you
I'm
would,
not
but-
saying you would,
Yeah.
but he might not have a sense of humor.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Has to.
You just put Jimmy on point.
Yeah,
Let him throw the first few pokes.
No, I'm not fucking crazy.
E-Rock wants to get him in early because he doesn't know what to do with him for 30 minutes.
He doesn't have to wait 30 minutes.
E-Rock.
All right, we want to bring him in. We'll talk to him.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
I know, E-Rock is really... Because Doug is here for the fucking...
You're here for the duration,
Yeah.
right? Why? What's with the fucking Expos hat?
Someone gave it to me.
Oh, I thought maybe you were a fan.
Oh, I was a fan.
Yeah?
But they're gone now,
Yeah.
from what they tell me.
Yeah, from what they tell. Yeah.
And I think he's in a wheelchair, too, so we have to put the...
What?
Right, yeah. 79.
All right. Don't yell at me.
I didn't mean to. I meant that to be explaining.
E-Rock, is the sound on in there?
No.
Okay, so what? Give us a little recon. Yes. Wait. Hold on. The mic ain't on. There
Has
you
his
go.
wheelchair, comes wheeling right into the office. Hello, makes his big announcement, shakes your hand, but he holds on to your hand and goes, "Who are you?" And he just stares at you.
I'm a Fed.
It's pretty intimidating. So I was like, "Hi, I'm Eric, and this is Kenny." Hello, Kenny. Grabs Kenny's hand. "Who are you?" And Kenny explains who he is, and now he's all cordial. And
What do you say? A moron?
Yeah. Well, you mean, what am I?
I'm
An
a
idiot.
dummy. Yeah.
It's surprising that he's intimidating. You mean the guy who ran $1 million a day drug operation is slightly intimidating?
Well, when you turn around, there's this guy in the wheelchair just eyeing you, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Does he look frail in the wheelchair, or does he look like?
Does he have a handler?
Yeah. Does somebody
You'd
push
think
him?
You'd think he is,
Yeah.
but you get up close to him, and you're not fucking with this guy at all.
No.
Really?
No. Even in the wheelchair or anything, there's no way you can put it past this guy that he could just, with his hand, just fucking rip your eyes out or something.
How about, is he with his son? I know his son comes with him sometimes. Son's a rapper.
Your son.
I believe that's who he's with.
Okay, yeah, he's
in the bathroom right now, so he's coming right out.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Is he finding the gun behind the toilet?
Do we have the books? Is his publicist with him?
I haven't found the publicist yet. He just showed up. I don't think the publicist is actually here yet. So.
Very organized.
Maybe we should inform him that his...
Oh, look at this.
Thank you. I have a salad.
Salad for Jim.
I'm trying to lose weight, Doug.
Yeah, last time I was here, you said you were hitting the gym regularly and you felt better. And
See, by the way, Doug said that. That was the obvious, like, I like Jim, but it's not working.
Oh, and it was like last time I was here, which means you've obviously stopped.
You sang the same song last time, fat tits.
No, it was one of those things. Well, shit, even fucking Norton's trying to get into some kind of shape, and not me,
dude. I have to. It's like I fucking the amount of it started a couple of years ago. My wanting to be in better shape because the amount of pussy that's available, like
to somebody in shape.
It's just embarrassing when they come over and you know they're just fucking you because they like your act or they dig the show.
And you know that they're having to suffer through this.
Yes.
Really, it's completely killed my sex drive.
Wow, really?
There's no way to fuck without me involved in it.
You'd like to be able to fuck with you kind of out-of-body experience?
Yeah,
fucking,
that's the only way I could, because all I can think of is how gross this must be to you, and it just, I have no desire to do it. I get a fucking boner, and I treat it like a medical condition, and I drain it like a cyst. I don't put someone else through that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So do you, when you're fucking, do you get like, I get very self-conscious. I have body image issues and stuff. Yeah. It's like, men do give a shit about that stuff. It's like you're looking down at your fucking gut or whatever. You're like, I'm awful.
Yeah, no, it's exactly, I'd rather, unless I'm doing like, narcotics. If I'm, fucking gacked out on ecstasy and been drinking and stuff, I can disassociate.
You don't care?
Yeah.
Is it that you don't care, or you have this impression that you look a lot better than you do, or what?
Yeah, or your fucking boner is overriding the fact that you're disgusting, and all right, I gotta drain this, I gotta empty off. But normally, no, I just I have zero sex life. I'm happier.
But you got your chick, though. I mean, it's a little different when you're with somebody for a while.
Yeah, well, we've been together 5 years. She doesn't want me fucking her either.
She what?
She doesn't want me fucking her either.
Are you comfortable being naked? Can you sit with her like, I can't do that. Can you just take off your shirt and just sit on the couch naked with her?
Yeah, with her, yes. But now, even my fucking neighbor comes over, and he's 285 pounds of round, 57 years old, and I would be uncomfortable without a shirt on around him.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, right? Yeah. You feel like they expect more. That they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
I got to piss real quick. I'm going to run and pee. Do you want to break real quick and come back?
We'll take a real quick break, and then we'll come back. And
can we take like a 3-minute break, Danny? Is that possible?
Is it possible?
It's possible.
Is it possible?
Yeah,
I
do have to piss badly.
Yeah.
All right.
Be right back.
Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Welcome to the jungle.
We're back.
Funny games.
The Opie and Anthony program. Of course, the great Doug Stanhope is hanging with us today. Opie is out sick.
Yes.
And Frank Lucas is making his way into the studio.
Yes. There he is.
How are you?
How you doing, Frank?
Bring the mic over here. It's where Frank wants to sit.
Okay.
We're
Frank Lucas. How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
I'm Anthony.
All right.
That's Jimmy.
Thank you.
That's Doug.
Yeah,
How are you, sir?
Good.
Danny.
I know when I'm on the radio.
Oh, you're on right now?
Oh,
you're
my
on.
God. Y'all didn't do that to me.
We don't wait. We get right to business, right?
Okay, yes.
That's how it works. So how you doing today,
Is that
all right?
volume okay?
I'm fine.
So it's funny, because there's a book out now that you have. It's called...
It'll be here in a few minutes.
Okay, normally we get it the day before so we can kind of go over it and get some facts. And
Yeah, it'll be here in a few minutes. She's bringing Miss Clark will bring the book up.
Okay.
No, that's
it's
good.
called The Real Life Story, Original Gangster, The Real Life Story of one of America's most notorious drug lords. It's in bookstores, and there's a signing tonight at 6 p.m., Borders at Penn Plaza, which is where I signed. So it's right by Penn Plaza. You can meet Frank on your way home.
Right by Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah, it's on the way out where the trains are, so a lot of people commute that way.
Yeah.
How is it being a celebrity now? I mean, your life is a little different now than it used to be.
Well, no, it was better before because I had all the money. It
was better before the money.
Yeah, but with the money, it's always better.
Wow. Yeah, but did you...
And I'm very remorse about that too. That's a bad thing I did. It's not good.
You have regret about it?
I sure do, big time.
What?
That's why I'm talking to kids all over the country now.
What do you tell them when they? Because again, the money. It's hard to say no to that kind of money.
Well, who the hell wants to stop making $1 million a day? You know, that's kind of hard to do. But hey, you know what? It was a bad thing that I did, and for that I'm sorry. But it's nothing. There ain't nothing I can do now.
Back in those days, were there moments where you would realize, like, wow, this is a really dangerous thing that I'm dealing and feel bad about it, or did it not bother you at all?
Always. I always know it was a dangerous thing. I always know that, but...
Would you feel guilty then or no?
No, but now I do. Now
Really?
I do.
What kept you from feeling any kind of remorse back then? Because obviously you were in a business where people were dying.
Yeah, I couldn't go to Wall Street and get a job mopping up the toilets.
Yeah.
I wanted some money. I had to do something. So I started that, and it seemed to pay off good, and I went on from there.
What got you into that? Like, you know, you're from the South, and what exactly happened that kind of sparked you into that life?
Yeah, when I was about 6 years old, I guess you could call them the clan. The rednecks come to our house, and took my first cousin out on the porch and tied his arms up and shoved the shotgun in, took the butt of the shotgun, hit him in the mouth with it, took all their teeth out, took ropes and tied around their hand, and shoved the shotgun, double-barrel shotgun into his mouth, and pulled both barrels simultaneous.
Whoa.
His face looked all right, but you put a watermelon in the back of his head.
So they blew the back of his head out. How old was he?
13.
Wow.
You know what they got him for? Reckless eyeballing.
Reckless eyeballing.
Oh, yeah.
He looked at a white girl walking down the street.
Oh, boy. That'll do it.
So they came and they knew you were watching, or you were kind of watching from a window, or you were sitting?
I ran, when they shot him, I ran around the house, out the back side, and ran around the house. No, peeping around the corner.
So you see something like that, I guess, when you're 6, and the message here is that it's like, you know, I've seen somebody get shot already. I guess it's a little easier.
Man, it's fucked up. What I'm going to tell you, it's messed up. My mind ain't got right yet.
Wow. Yeah.
I still see it in my dreams. I see it all the time.
Are you someone, would you consider yourself, I mean, $1 million a day operation in what was that, like 1969, 1970, in those days?
You got it. Right back then.
Would you consider yourself, were you a ruthless guy in that business? I mean, I guess you had to be.
Anybody in that business tell you not ruthless, they lying. They have to be. Because you got to get paid. You know, it's okay to respect somebody. But when they fear you, that's when you get paid. That's when you get paid, when they fear you.
And they were afraid of you?
Well, I said fear you. I said fear you. I guess you could say scared of me, yeah.
How did American Gangster portray you? Like Denzel, I thought was tremendous in that. Do you feel like he did at least an accurate job of playing you as a man?
Played it to the T. He played it to the T. He did it. He did just what I did. He did it, and a lot he didn't do because I didn't tell him about it. A lot he didn't do.
There were things there that you kind of wanted to keep secret. I mean, is it statute of limitations, things that don't run out that you kind of want to?
You got plenty of statute of limitations don't run out. If I tell you everything, I'd probably be in jail for the rest of my life.
What the interesting thing about you too is that you were a rare case. Is that you were kind of a quiet guy on that level. You weren't a flashy guy.
No.
Did instinct tell you not to be that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I made a mistake when I went to the Muhammad Ali boxing match and wore that chinchilla coat and the hat, matching hat and all that kind of stuff. I got flashy one time in my life, and that was the bad thing to do.
And that was 1971 or something?
Whenever Muhammad Ali and the Joe Frazier fight was, that's when it was.
So it's an interesting story because you were there. They said you had better seats than Sinatra. You had better seats than Dustin Hoffman. You had better seats than, I think, he said...
I had better seats than anybody.
And nobody knew who you were? Like, the cops didn't know who you were?
They know that night.
Yeah.
They found out that night, yes, they did.
What inspired you to spend $100,000 on a jacket in 1970? Which is how much the jacket cost? A $25,000 hat.
Yeah. $25,000, I had $100,000 for the coat.
What caused you to...
Yeah, well, I can tell you, that goes back to the fight he had in Atlanta. The guys from California, we come down there casual dress, going to a fight, coming casual dress. Them guys had them main coats, smoking the pipes, and big diamond rings and all that, I don't know if it was diamond or not. Get a diamond that big cost you the price of a Rolls Royce probably. But they had that on, and they was kind of giggling at us. I said, bring your ass to New York. I'll show you.
So you felt like you were being laughed at by other guys in there?
No, they were laughing, not the whole New York crowd. They were sneaking about. Yeah, the whole everybody from New York. So nobody come down there. Everybody come down there. You know, that's the fight. But the guy from California, not that way, they came all decked out.
So when you're standing there with a $100,000 coat, and Ali and Frazier are both kind of stopping and greeting you on the way into the ring.
They did that. They shook my hand. Joe Frazier just like Ali shook my hand, and Joe come by and give me a big hug and all that. So that made the cops notice. I don't know why, but they did.
Well, probably because, that would definitely be noticeable, you know? That's certainly noticeable.
Yeah.
And it's something you kind of said you've regretted.
Yes, I do. I regret that night, and I regret what I did. It wasn't a good thing to do.
Nicky Barnes was the guy that, like, I grew up. I'm 41, so I remember, I guess, 20 years ago, I'd hear about these legendary drug dealers in New York. And Nicky Barnes was the guy you heard about. He's like in jail for life now, isn't he?
Yeah. No, he's not in jail no more.
Is he out?
Yeah, he's been
I
out.
didn't even know that.
He's been out for about 2 years now, 3 years now.
Oh, that's called research that I didn't do.
Yeah.
But he did a lot more time than you did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Now, I guess you're getting to the question. The question is, did you see the movie?
I did see the movie, yeah.
Did you see what the cops did to me? They took like $2 million a week from me one time. They were taking from me.
Ooh,
baby facing them.
Shaking you down?
Shaking me down. They give me a key and asked me to sell it for them. And all that bullshit, But what I did was they got mad because I had an apartment over here in the Essex House and one in the Regions. I had a penthouse in both of them, Region. And I go there and I hide out from them. When they saw me, they got mad and they locked me up. They locked me up, and that's when the ball started rolling. They told on me. Of course I got them back.
So wait, the cops were taking at one point $2 million
a week. That's about $6 million. More than that, about $8 million a month or something like that. They're taking half of my pay.
How do you distribute that much, and to bring in that much money? How do you have you would need an army of people on the streets selling, wouldn't you?
Man, I had an army.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did.
How many people did you have working for you at one point?
I had one guy working for me. One guy. A guy named Doc working for me. Doc Holliday working for me. That's all I had. I didn't know nobody else. Didn't see nobody else. Didn't know nothing about nobody else. He took it from there and right on down the line.
So how did you know that you weren't being stolen from when you're kind of just dealing with one guy?
No. I had a friend named, her name was Red Top. She did the cutting and everything. She passed it out, and she gave me the numbers, and I know what I'm supposed to have.
Now you were really smart because guys usually buy drugs and they're cut. But what gave you the inspiration to go to Vietnam and just get it yourself from the source?
Well, Bill Butel and Roger Grimsley. I don't know if you remember
the news guys. Sure.
Yeah, they used to come in there. Good evening, here now the news. That's what he would say, and you talking about Vietnam, how the guys were getting high over there and how plentiful the drug was over there and all that. I took notice. I said, hell, I mustn't get some over there, I'm going to do something.
So wait, a news report on how the guys in Vietnam were getting high and how powerful the drugs were kind of inspired you.
The soldiers.
Wow.
The soldiers. Yeah. If you make them GIs high, to make them high over here,
So when you went over there, how did you know who to go to, or how did you arrange that? I mean, movie I did see, but
I didn't know how. I didn't know who to go to. You didn't see that in the movie. I don't think it was in the movie.
Okay.
I didn't know who to go. I stayed there like almost a month, maybe a little better than a month, looking for somebody. Everybody had 20 keys, 30 keys. I didn't want that. I wanted a couple of 100 keys.
Whew.
And that's what I got.
So how did you get the drugs out of Vietnam back here?
Military.
Through the military?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Come on, look at what they're willing to do for $800 a month.
You get a couple of $100,000. You can get anything you want from over there back over here.
Okay, so the military would help you smuggle it.
Yes, they look. One guy, I get the boss. I would just go. We used to go to see the boss, and I can't call his name. I will not call his name. You go see the boss, and he would take you up from that. All you had to do is bring it on the post. Give it to him. He would do what he had to do.
And this is in the U.S. military?
Yeah, and they tell me what way to pick it up, what day to pick it up, what time to pick it up to the military precision time.
Was anybody indicted from the military?
No.
No, huh?
No.
Now,
that's amazing.
When you went did you go over to Vietnam with a tremendous amount of money or did you kind of expect it to be fronted?
When Bumpy died, He wouldn't. He didn't want to do that.
Bumpy is the guy who you worked for.
Bumpy Johnson worked for 13 years, 9 months, and 8 days. I worked for Bumpy, but he was the guy that didn't want to do it. So when he died, he had like $3 million left in the street. I went and collected the money, put it in Chase Bank, because Chase got branches all over there, you know. Put it in Chase Bank, and I had the money in the bank. All I had to do was get a passport, enough money to get there with. I had money, you know.
How do you wash $1 million a day? I mean, it's because back, especially, it's all cash.
You didn't read. You must didn't read about me much, because if you did, you'd know how I did it.
Well, I know you had a couple legitimate businesses. You had.
Yeah, no, I did it through the bank for the most part. I had a few legitimate business, but I did it through the bank. I'd take it to the bank. They'd clean it up. I'd pick it up tomorrow. Like 5 million, 10 million, whatever I had to take in there. They'd clean it up. I'd pick it up tomorrow. Chemical Bank, they got indicted for that.
Oh, they did? Chemical Bank for laundering?
Yeah, they got indicted for that. Yes, they did.
How much would you bring in at a time? And like I don't know how it works. Like, you say you have $10 million and you want to wash it.
Yeah.
You bring it to the bank, and what do you...
They cleaned up for me. They give me all $100 bills.
And how much would they charge for a $10 million...
They take 2% or 3%, sometimes as much as 4% I have paid.
All right, so basically, that's not that much. That seems like...
No, it's not that much. No, it's not. But they were making, that was a good dollar for them.
So where do you keep, once they wash it for you, where do you keep that kind of cash?
In the Cayman Island.
Oh, you put it in the Caymans?
Yes.
And I know you stored some in your house, which...
No, I had like $12 million, $12 million, over $500 some $1,000, but when they turned it in, it wasn't but $500,000.
So you had $12 million, and they raided the house.
Yeah.
And they said they found $500,000.
That's what they said they found. You read that in the paper.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Ooh, shenanigans.
Next thing you know, the cops showing up at the fight with a $100,000 fur coat on, a $25,000 hat.
Yeah.
Hey, Flatfoot, you don't make that kind of scratch.
I don't know how they did it, but all I know, the money wasn't there. I don't know who took it or what, but I know it wasn't there.
So did a lot of there was a whole corruption thing that happened after you got in trouble. There was a lot of cops that I think went down, right?
Absolutely.
How many guys were actually?
I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know maybe 25 or 30, maybe more.
And the guys that were actually taking from you, they went. Like the guys that were shaking you down.
They told on me. I told on them. Simple as that. I told on them.
Have you, like, being a guy who's kind of been? It's amazing to be. You're 79.
Yeah.
And most guys in that business
don't tell my age on the radio, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm only kid. I'm only kid. I'm 79 years old.
But
I was born September 9, 1930.
Most guys don't, in that line of work, don't make it to 79 to kind of come out the other side of it and write books and talk about what happened.
Well, I don't know about most, but I know I've been lucky, I guess. I guess I've been lucky.
How have you seen that change? Like, you know, I mean, there's always guys dealing drugs. How is the mentality of these guys changed now from the time when you were doing it?
Well, it's different. Back then, you had rules. The kids out there, they don't have no rules. They kill one another, murder one another for nothing. For $20, they'll kill you for $20. They'll murder you. We didn't do it back then. Like Bumpy and all the old time, they had rules. I fell in the same footsteps. I had rules I went by.
What was a rule you think that you would have abided by that today that they just don't care about?
The rules I've abided by, you got to be straight. You see, that's why I had most country boys work for me. You can trust a country boy. You can put $1 million in his house, and his wife and kids can be hungry. He won't touch an 8 penny before he come tell you. But a city boy, that son of a bitch will steal your eyeballs out. That son of a bitch steal your eyeballs out. I had people I could trust. Put it that way.
If they legalized drugs, would you get back in the business?
No, I don't want nothing to do with drugs.
Would you franchise?
No more drugs. No more drugs. No, absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not. No more drugs. Never. I'm very remorseful for what I did, and it's not a good thing what I did. But hey, it's a done deal, and just move on. That much I can do. But best I can do now is talk to the kids and tell them don't go this way.
When did that change in your mind? When did you realize, wow, that's not a good thing?
Well, we had a trial. I don't know if you know the guy named Richard Roberts. He was a state prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
We had a trial over there, and the lady said she come home. We was on trial. She said she come home, and she find her son with a needle in his arm. And when she got through testifying that day, even I was crying.
Damn.
Even I was crying when you got to testifying. I know I was gone. I know there ain't no coming back now, you know. But you got to testifying. I feel very remorse and I feel like a dog. And I ain't never touched drugs since.
Because hearing somebody actually really describe what it was like to watch.
It was like, yeah, she told the whole story. They must have practiced her 2 months, 6 months or so.
Oh, damn.
She know every word. She know how to put. Oh my God, that lady was. Hey, you'd have been crying if you sat in there.
Before that, it was just business for you. It was just
business as usual.
Yeah, it was a product that you were selling.
My wife tried to get me to stop a long time ago. But who the hell wants to stop making $1 million a day, you know?
That's hard to just stop.
Stop right in your tracks, you know. Oof. And I moved from a couple of hundred to 3,000 keys when I go over there and bring it back.
So 3,000. I stopped drinking and doing drugs when I was 18, so I don't know how much does a key cost and how much does it resell for?
In New York, over this way, it was selling for like maybe 80,000, 70,000 per key. Over there, I was paying $4,200 for it.
Oh, wow, that's a hell of a profit.
A lot of money.
$4,200 and it sells for $80,000.
Oh yeah, and if it was like 100%. I never got nothing under 98%, like 100%, and I could cut it half in two and sell it over here for $80,000 if I wanted to.
Yeah, so that's.
But I had a street business going. I was selling a lot in the streets. I was selling $100,000 million a day. That was just my street business. It had nothing to do with the wholesale.
So you didn't have people that were selling to people that were using. Were you pretty much selling bulk to other dealers?
No, the guy named Doc, he run the street business for me.
Oh, okay.
And how he did it, I know, but it's a long story, so I don't have time to tell all that here on the radio today. But anyhow, he run the street business, and I run more to the wholesale business.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of? Didn't you have the name of the actual
Blue Magic?
Blue Magic.
Yeah.
And that kind of became legendary on the streets.
Yes, it still is. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's saying name Blue Magic, they know exactly what you're talking about.
You could sue.
Yeah.
Sue for copyright infringement.
You go in court with that, the judge.
Yeah, right. I don't think.
Lock you up.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Are you all right?
You're right?
Yeah,
Sam.
Okay.
Sam's
Is he bothering you?
No,
okay.
I don't mind.
I would love to see you punch Sam. That would really make me happy.
Sam
he bothers us.
Thank you.
So that's good. They bring the book in a plastic bag like it's some kind of drugs. What are you doing?
What is that?
It's the film American Gang. I want to get the book signed, but I said, let me see if I can get Frank to sign the
I'll
film.
autograph it before I leave. Sure will.
So now the thing, do you think the RICO statutes, which kind of put a lot of years on people, did that change the whole game as well? Because now guys couldn't just take a 5-year hit.
No, the RICO statute, that was a prosecutor's dream. It didn't have to go that much to convict you. All they had to do is somebody, like we sitting here talking about drugs now. They know you're not in drugs, but they come back, y'all talking about you should have told the courts or whatever it is. You should have told the courts. And you didn't know. You know about it, so you should have reported it. You know, as a RICO statute, they can get to anything.
So then Jimmy goes away, yeah.
They put everything together.
So they could kind of lump us all in as
conspirators.
And I think that the thing with that is this way they get lower guys to roll over on the guys.
Exactly. I'm telling you, when I was in court, I had guys that I never seen before. They said they worked for me. and I, who the hell are you? You know, where do you come from? Sat there with a nose running, snotted, and high in the courtroom telling me you worked for me. No, the hell you didn't work for me.
They were just trying to give something to lighten their own sentence.
That's exactly what they did.
What is it like when someone is testifying against you?
Terrible. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. No, you don't.
Does it make you angry?
Oh, of course it do. Of course it make you angry. Somebody telling something on you where you know you didn't have nothing to do with it, that will make you pissed off too.
Did you ever have to face somebody in court who you had trusted at one point, who like at one point you would have confided in them, and then just to hear them blabbing?
Well, once I had a guy named Charles Morris on the stand testifying against me, and he helped me out. He really helped me out. I didn't get convicted because his testimony, he know what he was doing. I know him. He know what he was doing. And I would like to shake his hand today, but I don't know where the hell he's at.
Oh, so he didn't hang out to dry.
No, he didn't. He helped me out. He helped me out. He got on the stand. He helped me out. He couldn't remember. And when the defense lawyer asked him something, well, that way ain't the way it was. That, you know, bye.
Oh, he might have had a change of heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if they locked him up for that or not, but I know he helped me a lot.
I would think a lot of people would be intimidated to go up against you in court like that. Yeah,
man, he helped me out a lot. I'm telling you, I think it's right there.
How do guys now treat you? Because you don't know many ex-drug dealers' names. I mean, and you're like a legendary guy, especially since the film. Do guys kind of approach you now and try to ask you for advice about it, or what's the reaction of guys in that business now?
I got a lot of people asking me for advice on that, and I tell them like I'm telling you, man, stay away from that. That's no good. They got so they don't ask me no more because they know what I'm going to say.
They know you're not going to give them business advice.
No, hell no. I'm not going to do that.
Business advice?
No.
Well, I mean,
I know. It would just seem like an odd thing to do.
But yeah,
but it's the truth.
They do. They actually come up.
It's the truth.
Wow,
yeah.
that's a dumb thing for people to do.
So this was also interesting to me, too, in the 80s when crack became... That also seemed to change the way business was done.
Crack changed the whole thing. Well, see, cocaine used to be a rich man drug, and then it got so they refined it down to crack, and everybody started smoking it, and they went crazy. They went crazy, smoking that shit and went crazy. That's what they did. You know?
What do you think is the Jamaican gangs at one point? Where they seem to be breaking a lot of rules that like the mafia had. That other traditional drug dealers had, like when they shot Ed Byrne, the cop. I think it was his name, Ed Byrne. They executed him guarding a witness. It was like they were just doing these things that other guys didn't do, which kind of forced the police to react.
And I think they react in an appropriate way in a case like that. You just don't do that. If the cop get you, you got. You don't try to kill no cop. No, you don't. You take when that's their job to catch you. They catch you, say, hey, they got me. That's it. You don't go try to kill him. No, the hell you don't. You don't do that.
That's one of the rules that are being broken nowadays.
You know, if it weren't for the cops, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in big trouble, you know.
Because it just brings heat on everybody.
That's what they do, bring heat on everybody. Them kind of guys bring heat on everybody. Yes, they do. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
And it seems like the Jamaican guys had a few years of a run, like where they were violent and they were making a lot of money, but then they were gone because they forced the people to come after them.
They started putting their ass in jail, putting them away for life. And that stopped all that. You know, nobody wants to go to jail for life. Nobody.
How much time did you do? How much jail time did you actually
do? Well, I can give you the longest sentence I had. I did like 7.5, 8 years one time, right down in Park Road.
So what's it like being a guy who's making $1 million a day and having pretty much the run of the city, and then just being forced to...
Hell, I had to run to the jail.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I don't know why I would assume that he'd go to jail and nobody would listen to him.
I had to run to the jail. Yes, I did. Yeah.
All right, so you're out of the life now for a pretty long time.
I'm out of life permanently.
Permanently?
Yeah.
And you're doing a signing tonight. I'm going to give out the information again, too. Now, what is the difference between this book and it's called Original Gangster, the real-life story of one of America's most notorious drug lords. And the signing tonight is 6 o'clock at Borders Penn Station, which is at Madison Square Garden. What is the difference between this book and kind of the story of American Gangster? Or is it kind of the same?
The book is not. The book is never like the picture. I'm telling you, that's my autobiography. I'm telling you the truth in there.
Okay.
Everything is right on the money there.
Nothing elaborated for Hollywood
I didn't cut no corners there.
Did you write American Gangster, or was that written about you?
That was written about me. I didn't write it, no.
Oh, so this is actually, okay, the first one that's coming from you.
Yes. The American Gangster is coming from me.
Are there things in the film that didn't happen that you looked at?
I'm not going to tell you that.
No, huh? Okay.
No,
I think
there is
not on air anyway.
Yeah.
There is one scene which you don't have to.
Yeah. That's
we're
what I'm
all thinking
about.
of the same scene.
Yes, the same scene
where Denzel walks in the street, and just there's the guy's played by Idris Elba, who was Stringer Bell on The Wire. And he just walks up and he shoots him in the head in the middle of the street.
I don't know nothing about
that. All right, Frank knows nothing about that.
There's no statute on
am
taking his word for it.
Yeah, that was just a good scene in the movie.
Well, they got to jack it up for Hollywood, you know that.
Yeah.
Did Frank Lucas at his prime get more pussy than Denzel Washington?
That's a good question.
Everything from 8th Avenue, from Hollywood movies out to 8th Avenue hoe.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of it all, yeah.
Stanhope, he asked a good question. You were having an affair with Willie Mays' daughter?
No, stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter?
Yeah, his stepdaughter.
Did Willie know about that?
I don't know.
How did that...
Willie never came around then. He never came around. Willie didn't bother them no more. He was out.
Didn't you steal a girl from Wilt Chamberlain? Or was it another athlete?
Yeah, how do I put this? I really don't know how to put it. Yeah, I got a girl. Yes, from Wilt Chamberlain. Yes, I did.
According to Wilt, though, you probably had a girl that Wilt had.
Yeah, Wilt did fuck everybody. But there was some story about how you were at a party and there was somebody that he was with that just left with you.
In my club, I had a nightclub down 52nd and Broadway, the old Birdland, the turntable. You probably heard about that. The old turntable, old Birdland. You heard about old Birdland? You heard about Birdland, didn't you?
No.
You a New York guy?
I grew up in Jersey.
Well, hell, you're right across the river. You had to hear about Birdland.
I was a nerd.
Yeah, Birdland. And right downstairs there, I had a club we called the Turntable, Lord Price Turntable. You know who Lord Price is, don't you?
No, who's Lord Price?
He's a good friend of mine. Lord and Miss Claudia. You got personality and that kind of thing.
No.
Oh, my God. Where the hell you been?
I know. I lived a sheltered life.
Yes, you did.
I did a little drugs. I drank a little bit. So you just... Was there anybody in that period of time when you're making that kind of money and everybody's kind of... Is there anybody that you were afraid of or that were intimidated by?
How could I be out in the street during the business I was in like I wouldn't be intimidated?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's self-explanatory. Hell no.
Nobody.
And
if there was, you wouldn't have allowed them to know it.
I don't think they could have been around too long. They're going to intimidate me.
That is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, it is known as a business that you don't want competition around you.
Well, hey, I didn't have no competition because stuff I was getting, I was putting like 10% in the street. Everybody else was putting like 5, 6, 7%, and they bought my stuff. But I didn't care who sold beside
Yeah, you don't
me.
see that work ethic with drug dealers nowadays. That's something of the past.
Yeah.
You just get shitty drugs now.
Did you have situations where there were people that were kind of trying to edge in on your business and had to be dealt with?
They could sell right beside me. I didn't care because they weren't going to buy their stuff anyway. They were going to buy my stuff. I had the best stuff. I told you I was getting it for free almost. You know, they couldn't compete.
So a lot of times the big violence happens because guys are fighting over territory.
See that's bullshit. If you're out there in the street and you're in the drug business, you got to have the best. Because if you don't have the best, you ain't gonna make no money. So you got to have the best. I made a lot of money. I had the best all the time.
Were you always afraid, like, all right, this is going to end someday? It's like you're pretty much just living like, I know this is going to end very, very... I mean, what's your mentality when that's happening about getting caught?
I was a damn fool. I didn't care what. I didn't care what. I didn't think about tomorrow.
You're just living day to day.
I did save my money and put my money up and make sure that when I got ready, I could retire, never have to worry no more. That's what I did. The government took all my money.
Yeah, what would you say on tax? Like, would you file taxes back then, or would you just not?
Now you want me to say that on the radio? Hell no.
Oh, yeah. Plus, you did have legitimate businesses, so that could have.
Yeah. I pay tax on my business and stuff. Yes, I did.
But you went to jail. I mean, you did your time. It's like you're free and clear now, right? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know nobody nothing now.
It's got to be a nice feeling, right?
Yeah, the best feeling I ever had.
And
see, I'm saying you're talking to you guys now. Back then, I couldn't sit you and talk to you.
No.
I would probably ask you a question. You'd probably tell me to shut the fuck up, and I would.
And walk out the door.
Smack him in the head and tell him to shut up.
Yeah.
Is this your first? Have you done book signings before, or is this your first one?
It's the first one.
Okay, because today's Tuesday. Books always come out on
It came out.
Wednesday.
It came out yesterday. The book came out yesterday.
And today's your first signing.
My first signing, yeah.
Well, if you want to meet Frank Lucas, honestly, a legendary guy, a real gangster. Like, it's like Hollywood talks about gangsters. You don't get many of them in studio.
Yeah, true.
I don't know about the gangster part, but I live my life. I put it that way.
Well, I would certainly consider you one, and not in a bad way, of
That's
course.
your business.
I'm not fucking with you. The book is called Original Gangster, the real life story of one of America's most notorious drug lords. Tonight, 6 o'clock. It's Borders, Penn Station. I did my signing there. Again, right at Madison Square Garden. So if you got to catch a train back to Jersey or Long Island, feel free. And I'm happy you came today. And
best of luck with the book.
Thank you so much for coming in to see us.
I appreciate that.
And you're comfortable taking photos with people if they go to the signing?
I have no problem. I have no problem with that. And you guys should have me back sometime.
We would have you back.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Now, who word I got on? You or you? Who word I got on that?
Mine.
Okay.
Jimmy Norton.
You can pretty much just show up and come in. I don't think anybody's going to tell you not to come in.
No, but you let me know. Call my. What you call it? She'll put me. She'll send me here.
Because I'm sure you still know plenty of people that could do damage to a little lumpy white man.
I ain't in that life. I just told you.
You're with a very quiet guy, but he looks like he's a problem. So
I'm not in that life no more. That's my nephew back there.
Oh, it's your nephew?
Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
Hello, Rick.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you from, Ricky? You from New York?
From Newark, New Jersey.
Newark,
Okay.
Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy here from Jersey, too.
Yeah, Jimmy's from Jersey.
Yeah, I'm not from. I'm from North Brunswick, which really is. You know, North Brunswick. It's not Newark. So very softer.
I'm from Long Island.
They get a lot of killers in Newark. You read about it all the time.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
A
lot of gangs.
A lot of gangs.
Gang violence.
The Crips and the Bloods and all that shit.
Yeah.
They're going crazy.
That seems very unnecessary. All that killing
I would
that's gone
think so.
for nothing.
I would think so. But they young boys, they want to do their thing. Have at it, y'all.
What happened to fist fighting though?
You know,
or maybe knives and chains.
That ain't in the category no more.
No.
Fist fight. They don't
and
want
stepping on your foot is disrespect. Now.
They go the short way home, man. The way they can kill you, that's what they do, and they do it in a hurry.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you too before we go. You're right. Like, there's so many things that are considered disrespectful now, where guys are just shooting each other over nothing.
Over nothing.
Were you at all forgiving? I don't mean of people who stole money from you, but were there people that could do something that would be considered accidentally disrespectful that you would have been forgiving for?
I guess all the time. I wasn't a guy. I wasn't that kind of violent guy. I just handle my business and don't fuck with me. Simple as that.
No nonsense guy when it came to his business. Yeah.
No nonsense.
Like if you found out Wilt Chamberlain had fucked Willie Mays' stepdaughter after you'd been there, that wouldn't.
Now you're out of line.
Damn. I knew Stanhope would fuck up.
Yeah. We knew if anyone was going to fuck up, it was going to be him. Were you possessive with women, or did you kind of look at it like, you know, I'll date this one, I'll date that one, or were you a guy who fell in love?
You want to know something? I'm saying on Nationwide, on what is it, Satellite Radio?
Yeah.
This is all over the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ever been in love, I don't know nothing about it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know nothing about it.
Do you feel like you...
Well, yeah, one time back when I was 18 or 19, I was crazy about this girl, but that's about it.
You feel like you missed out on something by having the life that you had and missing out on maybe, you know, the love and a family life?
I don't want to be that. I was a family man. Don't mistake that. Don't take no mistake about that. I was a family man. But love, I respected my wife and do anything for her and didn't do no whole lot of cheating on her.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot of cheating on her. But it's a fact. Didn't do a whole lot of cheating on her. But what I did was kind of kept it clean and did what I wanted to, inspect my home. Sometimes I wouldn't come home for 3 months. Wow. So that'd be in La Paz. I've been in La Paz or in Chile somewhere, in Hawaii, all over the world I'd be, you know. I'd be. So I'd go someplace and I would do what I call backtracking. Lay up in a hotel on the sandy beach somewhere and think back through the years and see how I did it for the last 2 years with the cop close to me, what I did wrong, what I should do, how I should clean it up. I was out there 14 years before they even know my name.
Oh, so you would basically go away and just kind of collect your thoughts and strategize.
Exactly what I would do. Exactly what I would do.
Assess what you're doing wrong, maybe fix a few things, but stay a couple of steps ahead.
Spiritual retreat.
Yeah, right?
Do all that and straighten everything up and clean it up. Clean it up. And,
that's how you stayed out of getting jammed up for so long.
14 years before I didn't even know my name.
So how, and Nicky Barnes is I really thought he was in jail for life. I didn't realize he had been out for a while now.
He's been out like maybe 3 years now.
Oh, okay. Wow. Do you guys have a good relationship, or do you have no relationship?
I have no relationship with Nicky.
No,
none at all. No. I consider Nicky back then. He was an associate. We couldn't call him a friend because he was a cutthroat. We couldn't call him a friend. I didn't have no friend what I consider cutthroats. So he did his thing, I did my thing. He didn't step on my toes, I didn't step on his. Hey, see you. Hi, Nick. Hey, Frank. Bye. You know, one of them things. But he did send his wife to see me when I was in Rikers Island. He sent his Thelma to see me about putting that picture in the magazine, Mr. Untouchable. I told him, don't do that shit, man.
Wait, what picture? We're not familiar with that.
On Time Magazine, Sunday edition of Time Magazine. He put his picture in there like all dressed up. I'm Mr. Untouchable. They know what I'm doing, but they can't catch me.
Oh, Mr. Untouchable, a picture of himself.
Yeah. All the big suit and everything.
That's not smart. No. Draw attention to yourself.
That was the stupidest shit you ever could do, man.
Then you're forcing them to come after you.
Yeah.
But that President Carter did. He told the prosecutor, I think his name was Fitz. I never forget that. He want him to prosecute the case himself. Nobody else, no substitute, want him to prosecute the case yourself. I want Nicky Bond. And they got him.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess when you put it out there that way, it becomes embarrassing to the police.
It's down to the country.
Yep.
I mean, it's embarrassing to the country. Yeah, we got a hell of a police force here, and they can't catch this motherfucker. I'm sorry.
No, you can curse.
Satellite.
You can't catch this guy out here. And what is he doing? What are y'all doing up there? You know, that's what he want to know. And President went at him. They got him. They got him big time.
Yeah, he did a lot of years.
They got life without possibility of parole.
But how did he get out?
I think Mr. Giuliani had him to sign had the president to sign something. He went to bat for him, I think.
Oh, Giuliani did?
Yeah, I think he went to bat for him.
Wow.
Is he a guy who like turned his life around, or was there other stuff that they wanted to talk about that he?
Well, he had done told everything. Then he just wanted him out of jail, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Good life without parole, and then he gets out.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens.
I guess he just wanted him out of jail. But Giuliani was a good prosecutor. He was a good man. He was good. If he promised you something, you could get it. You could count on it. You know.
Oh yeah.
I didn't never deal with him. I never dealt. He was going to prosecute me, but he had to go to Washington, be assistant attorney general. So he turned it over to Dominic Amoroso. I guess y'all might know that name.
I don't know Giuliani. We know. I don't know Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic was a hell of a lawyer.
And he prosecuted you.
Yes, he did.
And you have no animosity towards the man who prosecuted you?
No, hell no. He helped me get out of jail.
Oh, is that the Russell Crowe character in the film or no?
No, Russell Crowe character, Richard Roberts.
Okay.
Richard Roberts. He was right, but Richard did not. He really didn't. He got me on the subsequent indictment. Yeah, he didn't arrest me. DEA got me. They took me down.
All right, and then he defended you.
Who?
Who became your lawyer when you got in trouble again? Was
Jeff Hoffman.
So it wasn't the same guy that prosecuted that defended you?
No, he would become my lawyer after I got out of jail for a minute.
Richard
Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I kind of knew I had something there.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Frank Lucas will be tonight's signing. So, Frank, thank you so much for coming in. And, we really appreciate it and wish you a lot of luck. I mean, you're not going to need it.
Hey, you know what? Luck, man. I need luck. I always need luck. I need luck. Don't ever get that screwed up. I need luck. Everybody need luck. But sometimes you make your own luck.
Yeah. Go down to meet Frank tonight at 6 o'clock. You're on your way home anyway. You're going to go on the fucking train. Go get a picture with...
You should stop by.
I probably will, actually.
Ain't no problem. Stop by. All of you.
Uh-oh.
Stop by.
All right.
I kind of see how it works.
But I'll be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey at 8 o'clock.
Nice plug.
But he's not an easy guy to get, because it's like, all right, maybe I will. No problem. Stop by. All right, well, that's where I'll be.
All you stop by, please. Please, all you stop by. Stop by for the book signing, take a picture, whatever.
All right.
Yeah. It'll be 6 o'clock, you know that Borders. You know that.
I know exactly where it is.
Okay.
Borders.
Okay.
Frank, thank you so much.
Thank you, Frank.
We're going to take a quick break, and
I have
we'll
to piss.
Be right back.
The Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
Hey, Opie and Anthony Show. How's everybody today? Good? I certainly hope so. Well, that was interesting and a little intimidating.
Norton handled the shit out of that.
Norton was the man. Sitting right next to him.
How much of that was research and how much of that...
Research? What is that? What is that word you speak of?
I'm talking about Norton. He knew his shit.
Jimmy knew his shit. He'd seen the movie. Jimmy is kind of a crime connoisseur. He kind of likes that whole thing. He knows a lot about people like Escobar, a bunch of the other drug kingpins.
Yeah, no, he was just dropping random cop murders from Jamaican drug gangs.
And then the Jamaican guys, some people are looking at Jimmy, see what he's been up to in the past. He lives too squeaky clean. I bet there's something going on. other than a sexual deviance.
After Frank Lucas leaves, Jimmy's got the book autographed, and he's cracking the book and he's thumbing through the pages, and he puts his face down in it and sniffs it like it's pussy.
Yeah, Jimmy likes smelling books and electronics. Like,
is it just a new ink smell, or does a different book have a different smell?
I think he just likes the new page smell.
I understand a piece of that. I mean, like, I like the way, like, when you open up a new piece of electronics, like, it does smell good. And, like, if you get, like, a new Xbox game, like, that new game smells.
New game smell.
Good. So I kind of understand that whole thing.
I get it. But it was like, well, growing up with the dittos in school. We got the dittos. Yeah, it came off. It was like the blue ink on the thing.
Oh, the mimeographs.
And it smelled. They would say, take one and pass it back, and you would, and then you'd smell that. It was almost like 5th grade drugs.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that smells good. I like that. But Jimmy, kind of likes the smell of books, electronics, and Sharpies. A brand new Sharpie smells really good, too. It does give you a nice little, like, oh, that's good. Tangy. That's tangy. Jimmy Norton, we were just praising you on your wonderful
skills.
Interview with
your fucking research and knowledge. And
thanks. I thought I was being horrible, actually.
No, it was very good.
Oh, thank you.
Because when you get an old codger like that, sometimes it's hard, they don't really elaborate much on things.
That guy did need subtitles a few times.
He's a Southern guy.
When he was talking about the witness that he was facing, I couldn't tell if he was helping him or fucking him over.
Yeah, he's holding me up. He's holding me up.
He's holding me up.
Yeah, it's a heavy accent.
And I'm like, all right, did he help you? All right, do you want to shake his hand or shoot him? Just tell me that much. What do you?
Joan Rivers is I just hired Joan Rivers as she went through.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we don't get her on the show.
Oh, Joan's here.
I fucking love her, man. I wish she would come on. She's doing a pre-tape at Ron and Fez. She'll be on Ron and Fez today.
Oh, a pre-tape.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, if she's here till 11. Fuck. She's going to do that. Yeah, why
have you met her before?
Many times, yeah. She doesn't remember me, but I got a photo with her. And
you're not very memorable.
I really, someone like that, though, she's iconic. I don't take it personally. But I really love she's the funniest person. She's fucking hilarious.
I wonder why she doesn't just pop in.
I don't know. It's probably either because she thinks that us and Stern don't get along, or it's about her. Who knows? I just don't know.
I don't even see a problem between the two camps. It's like there's too much time, too much water under the bridge. It's like now it's just silly.
Yeah,
it's just like, all right, you know what? They do their thing, we do our thing over here, and we meet in the hallways.
I think a lot of the audience likes to hold on to it because
something. You're right.
People are always happier if it's a contest or some kind of combative situation.
Yeah, if there's some kind of battle going on. But the truth of the matter is, we haven't had a real reason to go at it for years. I mean, it's fucking. We buy cars from Japan now. We drop 2 bombs on the motherfuckers. Jesus Christ, you could get over things.
Yeah,
it's just. Yeah, I have no problem or animosity for anybody down the hall. I really don't. I could care less. One way or the other. I just come in here, let me do my fucking job, and let me go home.
I'm bummed she wouldn't come in and talk, though. I mean, I didn't ask her to, but I'm bummed that we don't get her, because I fucking love Joan, man.
I'll go ask her.
Nah, she's already doing, they have a schedule. At this point, they can't.
Yeah. So, what, Ron and Fez are doing there?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't even know if she's with them right now. Maybe she might actually be in live for them. I'm just assuming that's what it was, but I could be wrong.
I listened to Ron and Fez on the way home, and I'm so bummed about the Dave situation.
Yeah, man.
I'm so bummed about that.
What's the Dave situation?
Dave, Eastside Dave is was a guy that was on their show, and he just couldn't afford to keep doing their show. A 3-hour commute each way from Jersey to here, and I guess that he tried to get a raise, but they didn't want to give him what he was asking, what he needed to actually do the job. Yeah, look, that leprechaun-looking motherfucker. Look at his picture.
I hear about Ron and Fez all the time. I hear really good things.
They're great. They're great. And Dave was just a great addition to the show. And now, to hear the show without him, there's just such a huge gap, a huge hole in the program, where like Ronnie will say something, and what Dave would chime in with. It's like, and you're just waiting to hear his idiotic mouth open up out of his big pink face with his curly, raggy red hair and say something funny.
Everyone thought it was just a bit, too. Like, everybody was like, okay.
No, he was really an idiot. No, no, I know everybody thought it was.
All right, he'll be back later on in the show.
Oh, gee, well, like Ron and Fez haven't works in the past, especially with Dave and things like that. It was one of those things, but unfortunately, it is true, and he's missed, man. I missed the guy. I was texting him the other day. It's like, it fucking sucks.
They just have a producer curse.
They really do.
I mean, first with Harry T.
Well, first when they had to have Earl.
And then Earl.
That was the curse when Earl didn't leave right away. And, yeah, they do have just a
How come we can't have a curse like this?
Oh, my God.
We do. He stays.
Ours is like a fucking embedded tick.
You guys have forgotten
and
about...
in scale, it's the same size.
You guys have forgotten about Pitsy.
Ah, right. Pitsy.
Ron and Fez super producer, Pitsy.
Pitsy was another one. Al Dukes, who went on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Is he still over at CBS, or did they unceremoniously throw his ass out, too, like they do everybody else over there?
I believe he's the executive producer of Boomer's Morning Show.
Is he?
Yep.
And what about the other guy that was the producer or intern or some shit over there?
Pissy?
At CBS.
Oh, CBS.
CBS. Yeah, you ended up like almost being our boss. I just forget these names.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I could give a shit. He was the guy we had to report to.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll have to look it up. I can't remember his name now.
I know. I hate that. Yeah. Why is it when you need a name of somebody and you're trying to think of it, you just fucking just draw a fucking blank?
The bosses didn't talk to us much over there.
No.
We were more like we were XM property.
You guys were a burden over there. You were XM property, and there was no reason for you guys to be there.
We were basically
as far
like
as they were concerned.
The CD players, the producers.
Yeah,
it's all equipment,
it was just
whatever.
a machine. Yeah, that's it. But now the East Side Dave, and what's he going to do? Work at that if he moves down to where? West Virginia?
North Carolina.
I don't know, one of those states, and works at his uncle?
That would be awful.
At his uncle's factory that makes, you know what they make? You know those seats that go up the stairs for old people? They're connected to the wall?
Yes.
Could you see East Side
He makes
Dave
the dicks that
working
get nailed onto those seats.
He tests them. Yes. Make sure they're not too short.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, yes, it was Chris Oliveira, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
See
had
how soon we
very
forgot.
little interaction with him.
Yeah, Chris was he was a get me coffee shithead guy at NEW for everybody. And then, he's like your boss. And you're like, no, you're a get me coffee guy. And so that was weird. And I don't know. So then Eastside Dave, they should have just paid him. The guy's such an asset to the show. And
yeah, I know.
Like
for what he was looking for, it would have been a drop in the bucket.
And I'm not going to sit here and, and badmouth the company. I'm not going to sit here and just badmouth the company. I mean, they got their reasons for what they do, however inane they are.
This company sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had nothing to lose. I thought I'd throw in for you.
But it's like, in this situation, as I see it, the guy is such an asset to the show.
Was.
Which made him an asset to the company. And as far as on-air talent goes, they can't be treated like the guys that work in the office. I'm sorry, it's just a different thing. You can't use a slide rule of pay raises to dole out to the talent, because some people don't deserve what they're getting. Other people deserve a lot more than they're getting. And Dave is one of those guys that deserved a lot more than he was getting.
That was a problem, though, because when you pass it through HR, his title says producer.
But he wasn't a producer.
But it doesn't matter what he was. It was,
which isn't considered on air.
Right.
So he can't just go. But you know what? Take the semantics and fucking
look at the guy. Here's a
look
person,
at what he's doing.
Being.
Yeah. No, he's a guy. Fucking title on a piece of paper that says producer. No, it should have said red-headed douchebag. That just was definitely worth a lot more than they were giving him. And now,
remember the time he put R2D2 up his ass?
He put an R2D2
And then he put it in his
up
mouth.
his ass and then put it in his mouth.
That's not worth the money.
Fantastic. How many shitty tattoos does he have on himself for the rest of his life because he was on that show?
He's got the awful Sopranos.
Oh, God.
He's got Lucky Boy tattooed on his arm, which he didn't realize until after he got it, is a pedophile prison term. And, of course, his favorite on the inside of his arm, the whackbag.com logo.
He likes that one?
Oh, yes.
And he was branded, right. He was branded.
Oh, yeah, and the Ichiban on the ass cheeks.
An Ichiban on his ass. They heated it up with a torch and branded him.
Yes.
This motherfucker would do anything.
Not only that, but the tattoos that he got willingly are terrible as well.
Well, that's I know. True. Yeah.
This Sopranos tattoo.
It is so bad.
It looks like me, Doug, Anthony, and Frank Lucas. It looks nothing like the Sopranos.
Oh, and he's got his New York Giants logo that's colored in. Instead of royal blue, it's turquoise.
Turquoise,
Yes.
right. Yeah. It just looks like
the shade of blue wrong.
And now he's got to walk around with those. See, if you're in radio, it doesn't matter. It's goofy. It's like,
did
look
you
at the
guys
radio
do this
guy.
to him, or
no,
did Ron and
Ron
Fez?
and Fez. Yeah. Ron and Fez.
He had
the
nothing
show,
to do with the whack bag thing?
No, he was just a Ron and Fez guy. He'd come on our show every so often.
The R2D2 up the ass was
R2D2 was us.
Ass
we
to mouth R2D2.
We played a game over
I don't
at
want to
XM.
lose that guy.
I know. It was called Guess What's Up Dave's Ass.
Yes.
And Dave would come out with something shoved up his ass, and we'd play 20 questions and see if we could guess. And when we guessed, he went, and he reached in, pulled it out of his asshole, and showed us if we were right.
And then
usually
fail,
put it in his mouth.
every time. And you know what I love? R2D2.
And he put it in his ass. And then usually it would end with him chasing around someone horrified with the thing that was up his ass.
Right.
And naked. So, look at that's the Sopranos tattoo.
Oh, no.
With the iconic, I ordered for the table quote
Underneath
under
it.
the Sopranos.
That looks like the Sopranos after the entire family was hit in front of Sparks Steakhouse.
That is.
They all look like they have bullets in their eyes.
It looks like some brunette. Fucking Bob Gullub, fucking the girl from the Ring, and some other fucking chubby guy on the
Rocky
end.
Dennis.
Henry Rollins.
Yeah, exactly, Rollins. It's a terrible tattoo.
I ordered for the table. That is so bad. He's got to walk around with that forever.
For the rest of his life.
And if you're in radio, it's one thing. If you're working at the stair
Who does these
factory,
tattoos?
I don't know. I think
who came in and did
Governor Patterson.
The seventh caller?
I miss that fuck.
One day his kids will be old enough to watch Daddy walking around the house with no shirt on, and he'll have to explain his Sopranos and whackbag and Lucky Boy
and
tattoos.
all that crap. I know. Oh.
These commercials just fucking sicken me.
It's just,
I know. How do you, all these abs?
All these doctors, like 60, 70-year-old doctors. And my libido, this is what he's saying right now. And my libido is stronger than ever. And you're like, oh, you're fucking 60 years old.
My libido. There's an actual penis pump infomercial that's on really late at night, early in the morning / late at night. And wow. They're just talking about, and the guys are talking about it with
like
their
the
chicks.
implants or
It's a fucking dick pump. You put a vacuum thing over your dick.
Yeah, just the old-fashioned, old-school
and
penis
let her
pump.
rip.
The way that they're trying to market it, like it's an alternative to drugs for erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Like it's a real medical thing. Like I could probably call my insurance provider and have them pay for my dick pump.
I need a dick pump? Yeah. What's your insurance provider? Yeah, I got Oxford. Yeah, we don't really pay for the dick pump. What about the Obama health plan? Will that pay for my dick pump?
Yeah, who's dick pump? Sounds like a guy who works at a gas station or something.
Oh, Chip Chipperson.
I got it.
Is that a new character, Dick Pump? Oh, I see it coming.
It's called
Chip.
the Postivac.
The Postivac.
I actually have the audio. If you
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this shit, huh, Danny?
Now there's a safe, natural way to dramatically improve your sexual performance. With
And a guy just walks out and he goes, "Stop being a faggot," and then walks back off camera.
Yes, okay.
Now there's a safe, natural way to dramatically improve your sexual performance with Postivac, the medically approved vacuum therapy system that's 95% effective, guaranteed.
You'll be the 5%.
Simply apply the gentle
I won't
suction
kill
of the
you.
Postivac system.
Hey, Doc, can I use one of these? Yeah. I don't see any harm in it.
You want to do that? It's good. I jerked off at one in college. It's great. Whatever. Got me through medical school.
System, and within 4 minutes, you'll experience complete sexual performance.
I was kind of amazed how well Postivac works.
And by the way, this is probably the most embarrassing part of the commercial.
God.
Because now you're the guy. Like either whether or not it's a paid actor or if it's a guy that actually uses it. Now you're on national TV talking about how your dick pump works really good.
Because you can't get a hard on.
I couldn't get hard, so I ordered a cock vacuum.
A cock vacuum pump. And then they have the guy standing next to like his chick? And she's looking at him with a smile. She's like, yeah, his dick works now because he got a vacuum for his dick.
Well, that's what always got me about the Viagra ads and like all the stuff that you find in the back of like men's magazines and everything.
Yeah,
because there'd always be some silver-haired couple and like they're all smiles and everything. And I'm just like looking at this old woman going, she's happy that she can get a hard dick in her now.
Yeah, she's real pleased.
Like that's all that they're really saying here is that like she got a wet noodle cock in her for 20 years. And now her husband could finally get his dick hard
Now
again.
his dick gets hard with a fucking vacuum pump. Oh, no. You okay, James?
I'm sorry.
Your medical doesn't cover the dick pump?
Yeah.
No.
He's upset. Jimmy's mad.
I did it wrong, and my leg stuck out straight.
That's what kills you about Norton is not only is he that fucking funny, but he's that funny peripherally. He's on those fucking phone texting most of the time, running in and out. I don't know what he's doing out there trying to fucking get his taxes done, and that funny out of the side of his mouth.
I know. That's why Jimmy is like he can multitask. He can do a lot of things. He must be getting a picture with Joan Rivers. Is that what he's doing?
I have no idea.
Or he's trying to get to the bottom of.
Or a picture with somebody else. No, it looked to me like he was in get picture mode because E-Rock was taking him over somewhere.
Well, I've only seen rage like that from Jimmy when it comes to not getting a celebrity photo.
Exactly.
And I've seen it several times in here where you'll just get a wave of just sheer hatred and angst and
son of a bitch. Did you fuck? Couldn't get a picture. Fucking publicist. Fuck him. He gets like that. He gets all very angry. But he ran out there and went down the hallway where guests usually come popping out. So I'm assuming maybe photograph. Maybe he wants to talk to somebody and talk him into coming in.
Do you think Joan Rivers is really hilarious?
You know something, Doug? People have different tastes in comedy. Comedy is very subjective. Jimmy finds Joan hysterical.
I was going to say, when he said that, I was going to say that I think she's and then I realized that I only know Joan Rivers recently from Celebrity Apprentice. And then I was going to say that I thought she was a real fucking horrible cunt. And then I go, oh, wait, I'm going to look like a complete dildo because I'm saying this based on Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, Jimmy's talking with somebody. Oh, it's a meeting in the hallway. The arms are going out, too. Here it is. His hands are at his side, and then he'll turn his palms out forward and spread his arms out a little. He's talking and doing that. Like, huh? What? There's something going on. All right. Our resident rat.
We're going to send our
Sam,
intern out.
Our resident rat, Sam, is going to go out and try to see what is being said. Anything?
Well, because I was just talking to Liam, and we might be able to get it done. He's going to try to make it happen. I think they should make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But because we passed on the one guy, it wasn't for any awful reasons. Rampage happens to be in town. Mm-hmm. And we wanted Rampage because we've had him in many times.
Of course.
Rampage Jackson, I'm assuming?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And it's...
For the A-Team?
Yes.
They're doing the publicity tour, yes.
And we had said no to the one guy because the movie people wouldn't give us Rampage. We didn't know why they wouldn't give us Rampage, and they wouldn't just say, look, he's not going to be in town. So we were kind of annoyed. So we said, well, we don't know the other guy. So now Rampage is in town. So I'm like, well, all right, well, let us... And like, well, you guys said no. It's like, I get that we said no, but this is why we were told something different. It's like, it's not to knock the other shows. All right, but the reality is we have a much larger audience than probably most of them put together. And again, it's not a knock on the other shows, but it's a male demo.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
What's the game? Why are they playing this game, though?
I said,
this
look,
publicist you're dealing
no, not the publicist. It's our people. And I said, well, why don't you just do the right thing by us, by this show? And again, they're going to try to. I understand they have other shows that have to be considered. But it's like, I guess when you're just being lumped in as one of the shows in a row on the platform and not being held out as a special show, it's like, all right, well, what's the motivation then to behave? And again, I know they're going to try to make it work. Maybe they'll be able to.
We shouldn't have to be obligated to take one person to get another person.
And if it
just shouldn't work that way.
And if it changes, and if somebody, the guy who we originally asked for, shows up, then the word should be, all right, to the publicist, look, this is what happened, but it's better for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We'll tell this other show. It's like, if you're going to look at us all as, and again, I know I'm being a dick, but I think that we should get a little bit of a fucking priority.
Yeah.
Not fuck the other shows, but I think that if you're going to give everybody 20 minutes, you could wedge them in here and give everybody 16 minutes and make it work.
Right.
I think you could make it work that way.
Yeah, but...
Fuck those other shows.
Oh, damn. Oh, Doug Stanhope had to say that. Notice I said your name so no one gets confused.
But no, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
No, I'm saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, come on, man.
It is. It's silly. I don't know why we have to be auditioned with another guest in order to get the other guest.
I don't even think anybody did it on purpose. I think that he just happened to be here. But I think that this is the company here going, well, you guys said no. And it's like, so we're kind of being...
If you guys get a guest on your own that's like really high dollar, high profile, do you like parade them around the other shows that they're not going to be doing?
No, we don't care if they. I would love to just have them look at all the ones with our fucking name on the thing and go, "We're doing this show and not you."
Haha, not you.
But no, just give them a tour around the. Oh, let me show you the facility. This is Ron and Fez. Haha, I get fucking Bill Clinton,
Bill Clinton
or whoever.
That would be a good one.
That is really.
Bill Clinton. Bad, stupid, idiotic. Give me some clues.
Not even mad about it. I'm just kind of speechless about it. I mean, but Liam's going to try, man. I know he's a good dude. He's going to try and make it work, but come on, man.
We'll see what happens. We'll see. I know. I don't like the little bullshitty things that go on like that because we should get him. We've been very good sports as far as MMA goes.
So I said, why can't we have
I would assume
Rampage?
this would be the perfect demographic.
Of course it would be. So it's like the publicist is like, they're like, well, no, they want Rampage with them. And I'm like, well, they want to sell tickets to the movie?
Yeah.
Well, then why wouldn't you have them come in here where this is the audience they're going for?
Yeah.
Angry white men.
A-Team sucks.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's who we talk to.
Where are they going? Fucking OutQ?
Yes.
Is Rampage going to OutQ?
Yeah, that's
the gay channel.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I guess UFC. That makes sense.
Is it called the gay team or the A team? Because I was confused. A team. All right, sorry. I thought maybe because that would be a whole nother movie with B.A. Baracus.
I'm sure
it could be Big Ass because his ass would be big.
If that movie isn't out now, it probably will be within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Obvious gay porn knockoff.
Oh, the gay team. Yeah. Oh, it is.
It has to be.
Wait. The gay team. Of course it is. The gay team.
There it is.
They always have to do that with the big summer movies.
Oh, there it is already. Yeah.
You might want to take that down in case we do get them.
And the picture doesn't even try to spoof it
they
whatsoever.
They are not even
it's
trying.
Just three
at least get a black
Costa Rican kids in bathing suits.
I pity the fool, got to take my cock. The gay team. I don't know. I don't see it happening, by the way.
What?
I don't think it'll happen. Call me Negative Nelly. That's what they call me at home. What the fuck were we just talking about anyway?
The penis pump.
Joan Rivers.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Joan Rivers. We talked about her a little bit. We didn't share your feelings on that Joan Rivers thing. Jimmy's going out to more investigative journalism.
I know it's
more investigative journalism. Back to the penis pump because I can't get enough of this fucking rod pump.
How well Post-evac works.
Worked the first time around. I'm going, wow, it really works.
Now you and the one you love can enjoy complete sexual pleasure and satisfaction anytime with no pills, no doctor visits.
No?
Postivac is a clinically proven vacuum therapy system, not a pill. You'll experience results in less than 4 minutes, not hours, and there are no harmful side effects.
Vacuum therapy is so safe
complete
and effective
degradation.
that it is now the only erectile treatment covered by Medicare Part B.
Medicare
Now,
Part
Postivac
B.
is approved by almost
All it does
every
is suck
major-
blood into your dick.
Right. Can't your wife do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you with somebody?
And if it's not going to be there naturally, it's going to fucking... as soon as the vacuum's gone, that's going to start to deflate. So you just get it pumped up like a leaky tire and try to jam it in her before all the air rushes back out.
Yeah, because isn't it? It's not even just so much the blood just going in; it's got to stay in there.
Yeah,
there's like some kind of check
you tie
valve
it
or
off
something.
with a garbage twist tie,
a twisty or a fucking rubber band or something, and then shove it in the old.
Honey,
broad.
give me your scrunchie. I need to keep some blood in my cock.
Yeah, because it would just deflate. And what couples are sitting there using this? Like the wife will be happy knowing that she's got to sit there and pump his fucking dick like a basketball.
Yeah, that's something you do while you're calling whores on crank. You're in a seedy roadside motel, rotary dial, and
God damn.
wait for the whore, and you get the pump on max.
Yeah, you got to pump it up right till she comes to the door, and then hope it doesn't go away.
Oh, looks like a hickey. You've blown out so many blood vessels. Waiting and waiting. She said half an hour. It's been like 90 minutes.
Holy shit.
What happens if, what if it goes away in the middle? Like, you got to pull out and then repump?
Repump. Yeah, I would think you'd
How
have to
awkward is that
repump.
going to be?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Over pump it, blow out all the veins. You look like a drunkard's nose. Your dick.
Your dick looks like W.C. Fields.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Look at my cock.
Thank God he's back.
Yes. Jimmy, we weren't, me and Doug were talking. We weren't sharing your like of Joan Rivers. It was just, it's just a thing.
But again, I based my completely on Celebrity Apprentice, which is my own fault because I watched it because Dice Clay was on it, and then I got hooked, and he got thrown off on the first episode, and then I got addicted to it.
Yeah. Oh, another conference.
But it was her. She was a horrible, horrible person.
There's a conference.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy's having a conference. They're talking.
I love the radio show stops because somebody pops in.
But it's like,
who is that?
It's a mystery. What do you know?
You got to
Sam?
catch me up on all this shit. I haven't said like 3 words in the last hour because I have no idea about the pie-faced kid from the Ron and Fez show. I don't have any fucking thing to chime in.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Lou's
Dr.
Black
Steve about
is
the
here.
penis pump?
Oh, yes. Of course we do.
I love Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve. Paging Dr. Steve. How are you, Dr. Steve?
I'm well. How are you?
Dr. Steve, I still use you as an excuse of why I can't exercise because of my umbilical hernia. You said it would make it more profound if I were to...
What's that? Is that Doug?
Yeah, it's Doug.
Hey, man.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, feel free to use me to further...
I say, baby, I'd love to, but Dr. Steve told me about exercising.
It's
He didn't
bad.
say it like that.
He said it's a bad thing, exercise. Dr. Steve, what's the word on the street about the pump for your meat?
The vacuum therapy.
Yes. You know, those things have been out for a long, long time, and Medicare actually pays for them.
Yes, we heard about that. Now, Doug brought up an interesting point. If you're using the penis pump, it's in essence just sucking blood into your dick. When you take it off, wouldn't your dick
Member.
deflate?
I like to say member.
Your member. Yes, I'm sorry, member. Is that the
Okay,
guy
well,
from?
you're missing a key point in the penis pump, and here's how it works. Basically,
The finger in the ass. Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that's what it is.
You take this tube and it's relatively airtight at the base of the schlong. And then you can get two versions. You can get the manual pump, which is the inexpensive one,
right.
And then there's a motorized pump. And what it does is it evacuates the air from the tube, and that creates a negative pressure, which draws blood into the.
It sucks your dick.
Right. Now, is it true that BP is gonna start using this to try to collect the oil from because I just heard that. Sounds like a good idea. Giant penis pump over the pipe.
So yes, we understand how it.
Now, at the end of the tube, though, is a cock ring. And so when you get this massive purple erection to your liking, you slip off the cock ring and then pull the pump off, and then it maintains this erection after.
Oh,
so I was right. Yeah, you got to twist tie that down. Yeah.
Twist tie a scrunchie, the cock ring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
There are a bunch of studies out there on cock rings that show that only about 20% of people get a good erection with one of those.
Well, you're going to get leakage, I guess, right?
Well, you do, but when you use the pump in conjunction with the cock ring, then it goes up to about 50%. And for guys who have cardiac conditions who are taking nitroglycerin, they can't take Viagra. So for them, this is a non-pharmacologic.
When I take Viagra, I get really violent acid reflux. Is there a reason for that?
Drinking cum?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're like a little fish. You're shooting it off the ceiling and guppy catching it.
Yeah, there's, to my knowledge, I have to get back to you on that one. There are a lot of side effects that you can get. The blue vision, you can get the...
Yeah, I've never had any of the ones that they warn you about, but I get like acid creeping up my throat violently.
It sounds horrible.
Yeah, I haven't heard that association with that, and I'm racking my brain to think of a reason why that.
I've been prone to hiatal hernia, so I don't know if that would have anything to do with it.
This Viagra relaxes the muscles around blood vessels, and so they dilate. And you may be there may be some association with relaxation of that sphincter that you have at the end of your esophagus that's relaxing.
Dr. Steve,
I'll look into that. I'll get back to you on that.
Thanks. You got my email.
Steve, let me ask you this: with the penis pump and the cock ring, and then normal erections, what is it that holds the blood in one's cock?
Okay. Here's how it works. Mm-hmm. There are little arteries that come into the penis, and then there are larger veins that come out of the penis. Now, the way that you can get blood to stay in a member like that is to either increase the blood flow in or decrease the blood flow out. And that's how the cock ring works, is by decreasing the blood flow out. Now, what's inside the penis are these big spongy things called corpora cavernosa. And corpora...
I thought it was candy.
And they're like sponges. And surrounding these sponges is a very inelastic coating. Okay, so what you get is a blood-filled sponge surrounded by a coating that won't expand. So it's not like a balloon. You don't get this big balloony-looking.
Right.
You get a very rigid, fluid-filled, hydrodynamic organ.
Wow.
And that's how it works. And
now, is there some kind of shut-off valve for the blood, or is it just that there's more blood pumping in than is pumping out on a normal penis that's working?
You get a little bit of both. You get increased blood flow in and decreased blood flow out. And there is, there are shut-off valves. They're just muscles that surround the vessels that can either relax and let more blood in, or they can contract and keep blood from going out.
Wow.
And decrease the blood flow.
You are quite the cock expert, sir. That is wonderful. Who knew?
And, Viagra works by increasing nitric oxide in the bloodstream, and that's a real potent dilator of the vessels that feed the penis.
All right, so it really pumps the blood in there then.
I'm never going to look at my dick jokes the same.
No, now you know the background to the dick joke.
By the way, just to interrupt if I could, Lewis Black is here, so we're going to bring Lewis in and put him where Sam is.
Yes, absolutely.
And if we happen to get those guys in, that'd be great. But at least we have Lewis here. There's no reason for Lewis to not be in here.
Yes.
They'll be here.
Okay.
They're coming.
Oh, do you think so?
Lewis.
From what I heard, yeah, we'll have them 10:15, 10:25.
Yeah, Liam says he's working on.
Okay, yeah, I know Liam's trying to make it work. There's just a lot of shit to do. Okay, sorry, Dr. Steve.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Back to Loveline.
Yes.
Do you use Cialis? Cialis is better than Viagra.
I've used them both, but they both give me the horrible. Yeah.
Maybe they do it to me, too. Take a Tums. It's worth it.
Yeah, no, I've taken shitloads.
You know, one thing you could try Levitra just to see if it's any different. It has a little bit.
I haven't tried that.
It's a little bit gentler activity, and it's a little shorter, but it still works. And that might be better for you.
Isn't that the commercial?
Other thing you could do if you want to avoid the reflux is just do the penis injections with alprostadil.
That sounds like a nightmare. Why would you? At that point, just write off sex for the rest of your life if you need needles in your dick.
It just shows how far guys will go to have sex. We're just programmed that way. If everything else fails, you take an injection and inject it in the base of your dick, and
that what the porn stars use?
No, they use something called Caverjet, which is very dangerous.
Yeah,
what's that?
Yeah. It makes your cock hard with a needle. It's not good.
Yeah, that's
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a hormone called alprostadil, and they finally figured out a way that they can do it without injections. You actually use a little inserter that inserts a pellet into your urethra.
They put it in a girl's mouth,
like fucking like loading a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's just like that.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, it's that's something. Dr. Steve, always very educational, very professional. That's why we like having Dr. Steve on for our medical questions. Thank you so much.
All new weird medicine shows the next 2 Saturdays, too.
All right. Look forward to that, people. Thank you,
I'd like to check it out, but I'll be at the Highline Ballroom on Saturday at 8 o'clock, as well as Friday.
Cool. And,
thank you, sir.
You can hear by that laugh. Take care, buddy.
Doug, I'll email you about the refund.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, man.
Lewis Black has entered the studio.
Lewis. How are you, sir? Haven't seen you in a while.
Really great.
Are you, that was a little sarcastic.
Well, since they took my Shrek cups back.
Yeah, there was lead.
That was where my fortune was going to come.
You invested heavily in Shrek cups?
In those Shrek glasses.
And everything has lead in it.
Yeah.
That's because we're getting stuff from China.
Well, it's also because when I was a kid it had lead in it. Nobody gave a shit.
Do you think
go for it?
Like everything always had lead in it, but now it's like now
they
just
know
notice
that there's lead. 50 years ago they had no concept that lead did anything to you. People were licking, there was lead in house paint. They were, I was licking walls. Nobody said, "Oh boy, this is bad." Now it's bad, so they figured it out. And then there's 500 now chemicals in the pipeline that they've not even looked at yet.
Yeah.
So 10 years from now they'll be telling us, what this is bad, this is bad. And I do know that a penis, a shot in your penis can't trump. Sex can't trump getting a needle in your dick.
A needle in your dick.
Sorry.
No, that just seems to me like it's more pain than the pleasure would be worth.
Yeah, I mean, we're just sitting around with
unless you're into that anyway.
Yeah, maybe you're into
sometimes
having
when I'm doing a lot of narcotics where I'm like, all right, this is the time for creepy shit. I can't feel my dick anyway. I've done so much MDMA and sure, pierce the thing there, roller derby girl.
Yeah, that might work. Yeah, I think with the lead thing, I think China becoming like a kind of powerhouse these days with their exports. Everything they make is lead.
Yeah,
everything they make is lead.
Yeah. Well, they don't care.
No.
What do they care? They got 1 billion people. What do they care?
Right.
What do they lose 200 million? They still got 800 million. What do they care what they're eating?
Care.
Sending out.
But now they're shipping it out to the rest of the world. It used to be just kept in their own little corner of the fucking globe.
But we're so good at this shit. We're not going to look at anything anymore. And they were like, oh, boy, I can't believe this stuff showed up. Nobody looked at the dock. Nobody kind of figured out when the 2 eyes had different colors and was glowing that something might be wrong with the fucking toy.
There's a problem.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then they go, no government. Well, that's the thing. Then no government. Nobody's going to check it out. Then it's called Tufsky Shitsky.
Yeah.
If you're going to let but now the Chinese are actually raising their wages. It's going to get really good.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
But that was like the bastion of cheap labor.
Not anymore.
Ah.
They want stuff.
Are they going to start striking and doing things like that?
Oh, I hope so.
Maybe, you know something? Maybe someday they'll have to export their jobs to the United States to get cheap labor.
We're 10 minutes away.
Are we 10 minutes away from that?
Oh, you know we are.
We're sitting there in sweatshops making things with Japanese and Chinese writing on shirts.
Well, if we lose that entire coast down there, if we lose the
Gulf,
if we lose the Gulf, then you can just set up warehouses. Let's start making shit.
We're fantasizing about flaming hurricanes. As a hurricane forms and picks up the oil and atomizes it, and someone lights a cigarette, could you imagine a hurricane, yet it is on fire?
We were talking about
Katrina
last night. We were talking about Mexican earthquake and then the oil tsunami.
Oil tsunami would be great, right?
Black
a Mexican
tsunami.
earthquake, and then 10 miles inland, oil.
Wow,
Great would that be?
That is a phenomenal concept.
That's
of flaming
good.
hurricane.
That's
just write it.
That's a cocktail.
And copyright it because that's a movie.
Oh, a sci-fi original.
That's a movie.
That's a sci-fi
Some
original.
son of a bitch is going to beat you out. You're going to be watching it.
I'm going to be watching it and go, "Fuck! What did I do? What did I do?"
Nicolas Cage.
And then there's a scene where you pull up to a BP gas station and you go to fill up your tank, and scallops come out of the gas pump, which should be delicious, but very hard on your injectors.
Yeah.
Yes, Chip?
Yeah, your car wouldn't run to go with a bunch of fish and stuff in the tank.
No, Chip, it wouldn't. That's Chip, by the way. In case you didn't know, Louis, that's Chip. He's a load of laughs.
Louis,
what is Louis working on?
I don't know.
Besides his 8th cup of coffee.
Yeah.
No, it's only 1.5 now.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
You've cut down?
No.
Okay.
No, I was writing a book. I've been writing a book, and I'm done with the book.
What book?
It's a Christmas book.
Oh.
It's a stocking stuffer.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called? Thanks for killing him, Jews.
I'm dreaming of a black Christmas.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Black being Louis Black.
Yes. It always works. It works for everything.
Oh, okay. Sure does. Yeah, doesn't it? What a handy last name you have.
It was a lucky break. Unless I was a happy fuck comic. And then it would have gotten in the way.
Yeah.
But no, that's
dark.
what I've been doing.
Good.
I've been locked up. I've been in. You think, okay, and I finally thought, now I get it. There's a rhythm to this, and I can, it's the 3rd book I've written, and I can do. And then still, no matter what you do, you eventually you get to the point of, the level that you hate yourself is so beyond belief. Now you're immobile and you're just staring at your crap, wondering why you're doing this, and
I'm just trying to imagine you typing with those hands.
Oh, I know, yeah. Just flipping around.
Yes.
Oh, boy, that
cartoonish.
Happens. Oh, yeah, no, it gets pretty. Then I had two. Now I had two computers that because I got rid of one was going into the shitter, but it was like I'd go back and forth between the computer, and I would be sitting there typing on one board, and it wasn't coming onto the computer I thought I was typing it into. It was stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'm really good at this stuff.
I've done that.
Yeah, I'm really good at it.
Two computers.
One computer, one that he types on, and the other with the hard drive that can be thrown out immediately if the FBI shows up. Both a disposable hard drive. So, all right, so you had a 3rd book for me was hard, man, because I have not, I started and I have not been able to get through. I just had not been able to just, you know how you have that click where all of a sudden you're motivated and it's happening and you're doing it. I can't get to that point.
Doug, let the authors talk, okay? Don't chime in.
Yeah.
Well, the click, I just, they said to me, that's what the book's about. Basically, I said it's a book about being single, disguised as a Christmas book.
Now, we were talking about this earlier, being single and as opposed to being in a relationship. And being single, do you enjoy your time alone, or were you in relationships where you had extended periods of time with a girl? And
no, I had until
a lot of long-termers.
Until I really kind of went on the road.
Yeah,
I went on the road, and And that was really when I went, I don't have to live with anybody anymore.
Oh, so it was kind of good? You liked it?
Well, here's what I liked. I was literally lying in a hotel room in some shit-ass, town and playing some shit-ass club, probably the third or fourth week out on the road. And I've been living with this woman who'd been driving me completely insane. And I was lying there, and I went, what's that sound? I went, oh, it's silence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, it's going to be around for I'm going to get up and nobody's going to say, start nagging at me. This is like
refreshing.
So it was heaven.
If we have to interrupt you for a moment, we're probably going to get a couple of extra people that are coming in.
Sure.
For 10 minutes. I apologize for doing that.
Don't worry. I have no life.
Don't you worry.
Okay, because you're here hanging.
Don't you worry.
But now it's like Liam. I think we'll make it work. It looks like Sharlto Copley and Rampage will come in for a few minutes. They're promoting the A team. The AIM team.
Sharlto Copley, by the way, was hysterical in District 9.
Who did he play in District 9?
He was the main guy.
The guy.
Oh,
He was the main guy. And, like, that character, the more I watch that movie, I think I've watched it 3 times. I really like it. The first time I watched it, I was like, okay, whatever. Are they going for a message thing here? And then I realized this movie is hysterically funny.
It's terrific.
That guy is just, okay, come here, sweet. Come here, sweet. And the thing throws a can at his head, and he gets all mad at it.
Oh, that guy was tremendous.
He's hysterical.
They're coming.
Oh, they're coming down now?
You can stay there. You guys can stay. We got Mike set up with them right there.
We got the very important celebrity couch.
Yes.
Not the comic chairs.
Wow. And here comes.
Yeah, they are. Gentlemen. Gentlemen, how are you?
Thanks for coming.
Also, hi.
Very good.
Hi.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
We got
Full
House.
Yeah, very
Full House there.
Well, guess what?
Rampage.
I get punched for a living, you don't.
What's that?
I get punched for a living, you don't. So,
Here we go.
your brain part better than mine. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I wouldn't go. Don't.
Yeah, let's not bullshit.
I've been drunk every night for 20 years, so I kind of know the feeling.
Yeah, you've been drunk every night for 20 years?
Yeah, it's kind of like getting punched in the head every day.
What was you drinking? What were you drinking last night?
Last night, well, I was flying. I was drinking vodka, grapefruits mostly.
You were flying?
Yeah.
Literally or figuratively?
I was going to say, like, were you drinking and flying? That's not good.
Yeah, you do not say that in front of Sharlto about drinking and flying, because Sharlto, he's a flyer himself, and he takes it very serious. That's about the only time. No, he's not even serious when he do that. But that's when he's the most sane.
Yeah.
Do you have a pilot's license? You mean? Are you for real,
dude? I don't, and I so wish that I could fly. I'm actually, if we make a sequel, I'm seriously going to try and get Fox to like give me the real pilot training.
So you guys, the A team is obviously coming out. When is it coming out?
11th of June.
Okay, it comes out June 11th.
Yeah.
And Rampage, this is your first bit of acting work, or have you done anything before?
No, don't bring it up, Sharlto. Let me bring it up.
Okay.
But I've actually done other movies. I've done like
Sorry, no, please, go. say the name. I love it.
That's not the only movie I've done.
No, I know. Just,
I'm not going to bring up that movie.
And it's a good movie. It's just an unfortunate name. That's all I'm saying.
I hate that you guys ask me this question because Sharlto won't let me live it down. I'm not going to bring up that movie.
I didn't raise it. He raised it.
But I've done other movies. That's not the only movie I've done before.
Okay, I'm just saying.
What's the name of that movie?
What movie?
The other one you did.
The other movie.
I've done
with Bradley Cooper. Ladies and gentlemen, Bradley Cooper.
You know we have.
I've just get it done.
I've done a horror movie with Bradley Cooper before, and the name of the movie was Midnight Meat Train.
Midnight Meat
Train, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a Clive Barker
What's wrong
movie.
with that? It doesn't sound gay at all. That's a great name for a film.
Midnight Meat Train.
I know. I never thought it sounded gay. I just thought it sounded like a porno or something. And I didn't want to do the movie, but I was like, who am I to not do a movie because of the name? I'm not like established
and it's
celebrity.
It's a good movie.
It's a great flick.
I've heard
it's really good. I've seen it a few times.
It's a good film, but Sharlto won't let me live it down because I did a film called Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah.
And look, Sharlto's a good friend, and you know what I'm saying? He's cool sometimes, but if you guys just really get to know him, he really annoys you.
Really?
Like when you asked me that question, I was like, oh my goodness, I know Sharlto's going to say something.
This is the thing, we're supposed to have like a chemistry, and then he just starts with a snapping thing, you know. I've just been trying to reach out to him the whole time on the film, you know, just show him love, show him support.
No, Sharlto showing you love, showing you support is like, when we first met, you know what I'm saying, we was like both obviously A-Team fans. And I thought I was the biggest A-Team fan. I was cool if somebody was a bigger A-Team fan than me, but Sharlto like trumped me when he told me he had the Mr. T birthday cake. And I'm like, I ain't never had no Miss T birthday cake. Then he said, not only that, I was in an 18 gang. You know what I'm saying?
I did. I had an A-team gang at school.
Wow,
For
that
real, yeah.
must
I
have
was
been
10
tough.
years old. I was playing A-team. I started the gang, and then this rival gang started. They want to be A-team as well in the class. So we challenged them, and we said, okay, stakes are whoever loses agrees to walk away, not be the A-team. We went down to the field. We had a fight. We won, thankfully, because it would be a really bad story if we lost.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
But look, this is him. This is him. I had to hear this the whole time on set about his 18 game, and he would tell me stories about how what his 18 game did. And I don't think it's so much of him like telling me the stories about it or reliving it. I think it was more of him bragging to me that he had an 18 gang.
Not quite a Blood or a Crip though.
No,
18 gang, kind of lower on the. I don't think that's going to be shown on
South
Gangland
Africa, man.
television show.
It's pretty serious there. It's
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, I
some
think
things about
you know
South
what?
Africa.
Really, I didn't think of that. I felt bad because I used to get approached by gangs because as a kid I always been a fighter, I always been a good fighter, and like this one gang called GD. I used to call them glazed donuts, but that's you know what I'm saying. But they were like said for gangster
Doesn't
disciples.
sound tough.
And, okay, I call them glazed donuts. That's the worst thing you can call them. And they used to always jump me because they wanted me to be. They used to want to try to fight me. They used to always want me to be in a gang. They would jump me and everything. And I was totally against gangs my whole life just because my upbringing and the person who kind of took me in up under his wing. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a real good guy, but he wasn't a real bad guy either. He just told me gangs was for cowards and stuff like that, and like those type of gangs. But anyway. I wish there was an 18 gang when I was a kid. I would have joined the 18 gang. That's why I'm so jealous, you know, and he keep rubbing in because like an 18 gang can go and
you in the
help
movie
people.
though, man.
So I know I'm in the movie, but they can go help people from other gangs.
He does a great job of BA. Unbelievable, yeah.
But it doesn't need to be. If they're going to be gangs on the street, why not have an 18 gang? You know what I'm saying? You can help people instead of go and do bad. You know, why not be an 18 gang?
Who wants to help people?
We had a Cheers gang. I was Carla.
You actually look like you're nursing a hangover right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Charlotte, I got to ask you a question about District 9.
Okay.
Was that when the movie starts?
Was the spaceship real? Is what he wants to ask.
When the movie starts, your character is very funny.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the second or third time I watched the movie that I realized how goddamn funny that character is.
I'm glad you find it funny because I did as well. And
was it
not
supposed to
everybody
be
did.
played that way, or was that kind of written like that, or did you just play it that way? Because it's like this guy is tragic and hysterically funny.
Well, it was actually going to be even more comedy throughout. Originally, like when Peter Jackson saw what I originally did in the little sort of accidental test that I had done.
Yeah.
You know, I was meant to produce that film, but that's another whole story. So when he saw that, Peter was actually calling it like a Borat with aliens.
It was. Goddamn, that's great.
And we made it though. I mean, I think Neil's natural thing of what he wanted to do was although he's like one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life, he naturally kind of gravitated towards the soulful sci-fi kind of element. So he actually toned down some of the humor that we shot. We shot a lot of funny stuff in the beginning. And I also felt once I had that prosthetic on me, I just felt like the guy wouldn't be as geeky. He would be a more dramatic change, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it was a drastic change from the goofy kind of guy. When my favorite scene, and I hate just bringing it up because there's no reason to except to say I loved it, when the little creature, and you come here, sweet, and it throws that thing at your head, and
it's
you just
the sweetie man coming.
Sweetie man coming. And it throws the thing at your head, and you just curse at it. Fucking hysterical. I just thought you did such a great job with that movie. And like I said, I watched it 3 times, and I'd watch it again. It's hysterical.
It's a movie that like you don't expect to be as deep or as good as it is. You think it's just going to be like a sci-fi alien movie, and it really is about this guy trying to get back with his wife. It's like like a real storyline, which you never would have expected.
You got to watch it a few times. Like you really do have to watch it a couple of times to pick up on the fact that it is kind of a deeper story than most people.
And that's why
find.
I became a fan of Shalto when he did District 9. But you guys should see the job he did with Murdoch.
Yeah, huh?
Like I can honestly say, selflessly, I'm a big fan of A-Team, and that's all that matters to me is that the movie turned out good, where we can. Where the old fans can be like proud and we can gain new fans. So I'm taking myself out of there, even though back in the day BA stood out the most out of everybody. I don't care nothing about that. What I care about is the movie is really good, and Murdoch, was the man. and B.A. Murdoch was you couldn't like one without the other. They went together.
Yeah, it's true, man.
It's true. And Murdoch stood out in this film. He stood out the most in this film, and he was the closest to the original Murdoch ever. And I'm so happy, and I was so happy when I saw the film. I couldn't believe it.
Have you heard from Mr. T at all or anything? Have you? Is he angry?
We trying. Both of us are like huge Mr. T fans, and I got to meet Dwight Schultz, who played who invented Murdoch really, because he. That character was not written like that. I learned through the process.
He's rubbing it in
again. It's sad. I mean, the two of us were like, we literally. Quentin is such a big fan. He's actually getting an A-team. He's trumping me now for the cake. He is buying an A-team van. So we're going to take the van.
Damn.
We figured we're going to take the van. We're going to go and camp outside Mr. T's house.
Actually, I'm getting the van for free. The people who did my air ride on my truck.
You getting it for free?
Carrying me air ride out an hour. They are making my 18 van for free right now. I got to do a little deal with them, but they kept them air ride. You know what they do? They put the air suspension on your. I got a monster truck, and when I drive next to another monster truck, if it's a little bit taller than mine, I go shh. I can pick mine up because I don't like people trumping me. And Chateau always trump me. So I don't like that. I hate that. So
one of those old 18 vans though would look really cool.
Oh, he's literally getting the actual van.
And you could put a sticker on the back that says, "If this van is a rockin', I'm beating the shit out of someone inside."
Damn, that's what I'm gonna get.
Are you gonna fight again, or are you like the acting is just like a much easier lifestyle?
I just fought a couple I just got my ass whooped the other day. You know what I'm saying? I like fighting. I'm a fighter. I've been a fighter my whole life. And I know
you did not get your ass.
You didn't get your ass whipped. I thought you had him in the third round.
I don't want to harp on this, but I just, for the record, don't want to say that.
I haven't seen the fight, so I just felt like I didn't do it. I didn't do up to my.
You got your ass held for a significant length of time.
Well, you know what?
I mean,
well, honestly, I thought the guy was going to come and bang with me more because he talked so much crap. And when he hit me. I didn't even see the first punch. When he hit me and he like dazed me and made me fall, I'm like, yeah, I'm in a fight now. Let's do it. And he just wrestled me the whole time. So that's another story, and that's another story. But yeah, I'm gonna keep fighting. You know
so you want to do both? You want to keep acting, keep fighting?
I want to try to do both. Why not try?
You must see this guy act, man. It was just there's a lot of people were saying like, oh, what is he gonna do with this character, and is he gonna live up to it, etc. And it was the thing about him on set, and Liam was saying this, and Bradley was saying this, that he's just got a genuineness that comes across, And what I liked with what he did with Mr. T, obviously the old Mr. T was incredible. He was his own thing, and the whole role was written for him, So what I think that Quentin did so amazingly was he brought a heart and a warmth and a charisma to this character, which you need in order for a modern audience. He can't just be flat out bad the whole time and just boom, boom, boom in your face. It would be boring to watch, So he brought some layers into this BA character, but stayed true to the original. Obviously, when I hit you, you're gonna feel it type of thing, which was awesome.
They're telling us we have to wrap you guys because they did us a favor by bringing you guys in because it was a mix-up schedule.
You want to wrap us with what?
Whatever you want.
Nothing. Believe me. But do people die in this, by the way?
They do.
Because in the original series, there were never any casualties.
There's nothing like the original series, like in the aspect.
Yeah, okay.
Let Chateau tell you, though, but just for real. It's real.
So it comes out June 11th. Chateau Copley, of course, as Murdoch, and we all know Quentin as B.A. Baracus. And we're glad you guys were able to come in and
thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
We love both you. You're fucking District 9. You're a fantastic actor, and I'm happy to see you're doing well.
And wait till you see this guy, man.
And tell Chateau
to get on Twitter because
you need to get on Twitter. Chateau need to get on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I'm Rampage the number 4 real together. Rampage 4 real. I'm on Twitter, and I be doing the thing they call tweeting.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, and it's connected to the Twitter, but I don't Twitter directly. I Twitter via Facebook.
That's what I do.
Twitter by proxy.
You do the same thing an alcoholic does.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And you do the same thing this alcoholic does. That's not
cool. You Twitter via Facebook because it's not a real tweet. It's here's a picture, blah, blah, blah.
Okay,
and then you tweet that. It's like, what is he doing?
Stop it. It's all bullshit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You like some
I am telling you, it's bullshit.
I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. 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 I'm gonna prove you wrong. Listen, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
It's fucking nonsense.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
I'm gonna Twitter shit. Nobody gives a fuck.
They do.
It's a virtual community.
Store.
Hey, I'm gonna prove it wrong. Hey, let me prove it wrong. Shut up, fool. Let me prove it wrong.
What are they paying you to Twitter.
They didn't pay me nothing.
Then you're truly an idiot.
Well, shut up, fool. Let me tell him.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm going to tell him.
I can't believe I'm yelling at
Hey,
him.
I can't believe I'm going to prove him wrong right now.
That's right.
I don't know a lot of people in New York. I put on my Twitter, I'm landing in New York, don't know what to do, stuff like that on my Facebook. Bam, my fans. I trust my fans.
Dude, are you Twittering to get girls?
Like, no. Listen. My fans, my MMA fans, they're my friends, and they one of them hooked me up. Boom, got me to a club last night. And told me which way to go, which club was best. Got me a table.
He's Twittering to get girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
abuse. Isn't that abuse of Twitter?
I'm in the club on the floor with my shirt off, drunk, because of a friend that I did not know. I met on Twitter, gave me some information. I never would have got that.
I hate to cut this short, but we really got to do it.
Why y'all kicking us out of here?
We're not. They're making us.
We don't care.
By the way, the next time you say you're going to prove Lewis wrong, I say a fist between the eyes should be really the proof.
Yeah, Jesus Christ!
Tear the door up.
He's giant. He just took his jacket off. He's wearing. Oh my God!
He said what?
Oh, damn!
Oh, look at Lewis trying to be tough.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not going to say it now.
No, say it now.
No, because I yelled before.
I yelled before. Say it now. Say it now, sucker. Say it now, sucker.
On Twitter.
You went
In Lewis's defense, he shakes like that anyway.
Twitter.
I'm not shaking.
I'm going to make you Twitter.
No, you're not.
I'm just joking.
Well, if they weren't paying him to tweet, they should start paying him now.
Yeah, exactly.
That was there's a moment there.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a really quick break. We'll come back and wrap up right after this. Thanks. Hi, everybody. You know the hit HBO series Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's now on basic cable. Watch this hilarious, critically acclaimed series on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central on the TV Guide Network. What happened?
Years ago.
You saw it? Why?
Yeah, why watch it again? We've already seen it.
But
move on. Got the DVDs.
Mr. Bennington, it's going to be on the TV Guide Network. And
reruns on TV. It sounds fantastic.
No, see, it's... But, you know
what? I remember watching HBO years ago. I go, I want to watch Larry David, but with a scroll going underneath of all the other shows.
Yeah, but it's for people that might only have basic cable. You know, they don't have HBO.
Oh, yeah, like grandmothers.
Yeah, they'd really like Curb.
Yeah, right.
They'd love it.
It's great because now you get to see it with bleeps. It's really good. It's fantastic.
On the TV Guide Network.
Yes, on the TV Guide Network. And you find out what's on the other channels while you're watching.
No, I don't think they show the TV Guide at the same time as the program.
Yeah, they do.
Do they? It scrolls?
That's very odd. If I was doing a live read, I would know my product. But that's the difference. That's the difference between me and you. I'm a professional broadcaster. You're Opie's friend. I know. He's not here today. Whatever.
You mean to tell me they're going to show Curb Your Enthusiasm, and on the bottom they're going to scroll what's on TV?
Yeah, well, and some weather. There's just occasionally, it's going to be hot later.
All right, well, that's just plain silly.
Do your read. It's good.
Okay, all right, and directly
we
following.
would have been done. Fez would have wrapped this up by now.
I know, believe me. I've heard the way he plows right through your bullshit.
Yeah.
He goes right through it.
It's like he doesn't even fucking hear me.
No.
Whatever. Everything's okay.
So following Curb Your Enthusiasm on TV Guide Network.
I said the wrong name.
Oh, shit.
And the weird thing is he's in the office hearing this right now and crying. They're laughing at me, not with me. Seriously, be a pro.
I'm going to directly following Curb Your Enthusiasm on the TV Guide Network is the all-new Curb the Discussion. Now this is the extra thing. It's hosted by Susie Essman.
She's brilliant.
Who we love. The show features big stars, media pundits, and more in a no-holds-barred debate about the issues of each episode.
Okay, now I'm in. Now I'm definitely in.
Now it's giving you something that HBO didn't give you.
Right.
An interactive kind of Q&A. Yes, Lewis?
That's just, I love Susie and I love Curb, but that's psychotic.
You don't like the idea of a discussion about the show?
That's like it's Sunday school, okay? Here's the story of what happened, and now let's have a discussion of the ethics.
Did you agree with Larry David when he went into the neighbor's house and used that bad language?
Yes, really, you get somebody let's discuss.
Let's go to Michael Moore, who's going to tell us about the last episode. episode.
I mean, it's fictional characters. They're fiction. It's fiction.
That's fake? Oh, I thought they were really. I thought it was
But not
like
everybody
the Truman Show.
Not everybody can figure out TV, so this
that's
gives
true.
them the opportunity.
On the TV Guide
Yeah,
channel.
on the TV Guide channel.
Yeah, which will have all that stuff on.
My
Have
God.
all the stuff that you need to
it'll be
read about.
this big.
Yeah, we're just going to keep going, of course. And watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's on Wednesdays
You know, the
and
whole
Thursdays.
thought of someone showing you a notice so that you don't read it out loud. that's basically so the people at home don't know that you're getting a note, or else he would have just said it.
You know something? That's why Ronnie Bennington is the greatest in radio. He knows things like don't read the note on the air. It's just silly. You're not supposed to. Wednesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m., 9 p.m. Central on the TV Guide channel. Finding the TV Guide network in your area?
Go to TV Guide.
Go to TV Guide. .com, of course, in this day and age. But, of course, just go to the TV Guide channel. It's right there. Ronnie Bennington.
I feel like, did I take your mic, Jimmy? I want to take this.
He's
is Jimmy's
honored.
mic.
Stay.
Okay.
He's honored, believe me.
Yes.
I've been listening closely with the Dave situation.
Right.
Eastside Dave situation. I must admit, I thought it was a work at first because it is
a work. Just stay tuned, and he'll be back.
Because when I heard when I heard the Midnight Rider music playing the other day, I was waiting to hear him hooping and hollering and coming in.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he is gone.
He's gone, but he's sending. He's having his people send emails to Jeremy.
Oh, is that what he's doing? Now, what is that supposed to accomplish?
I don't know. At this point, Jeremy, come over.
Doug,
Who's his
hold on. Sorry, your mic was off.
Oh, so I just asked when you said his people are emailing, are those the people in North Carolina that own the chair factory?
If he is ever working in that fucking chair factory, that brilliant redheaded douchebag in that chair factory.
Yeah, I bet you didn't get in trouble for sitting on a job or something when you're there, you know.
Oh, shit. They probably would.
I will say this. Yesterday he applied, and I'm not even fucking making this up, Costco.
Where you buy the giant paper towel rolls and everything.
It's all there for you.
It's everything you need. And he's going to be happy doing that.
I don't know.
You know what? And this is nothing against anybody that is involved with Eastside Dave. But didn't everything just come crashing down right after he decided to get married?
Well, yeah, but that works that way for everybody.
That's what I mean.
We've all been through that.
That's what I mean. I've done the same thing.
Right.
Believe me. And then having 2 kids, probably not the best responsible idea as far as finances go.
I didn't even think about this, but you might be onto something right now.
That's why, Ronnie, I like cluing you in on some of these things that you might have just not thought about.
Yeah.
That a guy making shit for money probably shouldn't have 2 children a year apart.
Well, you could have my background, which is an uncomfortable amount of abortions. Just, and I don't know what it is. Why some
no
people
amount of abortion that is less comfortable than actually having a child.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No amount.
But I have
number
friends
doesn't exist.
I have friends that can't sleep at night over it. Just wondering.
That's why they made Xanax.
Oh, good point.
Like where the inside of her pussy looks like Bud Dwyer's mouth after he shot himself.
I'm kind of like there's this void without.
It is. We all feel it. We all feel it.
Now, what are your plans for maybe the show? Is there going to be a replacement? Or are you going to wait it out and see if he?
I was listening to you guys today. I'm thinking you're onto something with bringing in an uncomfortable amount of black guests, where it's just black gangster guests,
one or more.
Yeah, misbehaving.
That was true. We had a guy that had probably, and I don't know anything, but in my opinion, perhaps murdered people.
Oh yeah.
And
did you see the documentary?
I did not. Just the film.
The documentary is scarier than the film.
Really?
Yeah, because New York in the 70s was just
that was scary anyway.
Unfucking manageable.
So you know who Frank Lucas is, and he was a scary guy.
Yeah, they were all scared. Everybody who lived in New York in the 70s was frightening. Every citizen was fucking frightening.
Just taking those big old buses that just blew smoke out everywhere.
Yeah.
Times Square was just a frightening place.
Yeah.
Now that guy we had in here today, like he was a very nice guy, but that's not the guy you wanted to fuck with in the 70s.
And even still now, a guy like that will make a phone call.
Oh, yeah, you're
and,
done.
you know, you're dead. Because he's still connected.
I'm going to call some pipe-hitting niggas.
Right. Yeah, you don't make $1 million a day and then all of a sudden just move to the suburbs and know nobody.
I hope you were quoting a movie. I hope this is something that just bounced into your head for a second. Not now.
You know what? I figured I use it at home. Right. I'm using it here.
Right.
I use it in my car. I use it in the bathroom. I use it in my sleep.
How many guns do you have now?
I believe I'm up to about 35 guns.
Yeah.
I just bought a 50 caliber.
I saw
just
that.
Amazing.
I saw the pictures that you had.
A Barrett 50 cal.
Who'd you get that from? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah,
It's just a giant movie gun.
It's a giant. It looks like a fake gun. The bullets don't look real because they're just too big to actually. It's like artillery, and when you shoot it. I said the only way I could describe it is you feel like you have the flu for 5 seconds. It shakes you up so much, the concussion, that you're just disoriented. You feel like you have a fever. Your nose runs. And then it goes away, and you're like, I'll fire another shot. This is fantastic.
Every single time, it just shakes you up.
I don't understand how the Marines that are using these weapons in the Middle East can do this all day long without shaking their brains out of their ears. It hurts you. It's like you were punched in the face. It gives you ever get punched in the nose and it's a distinct feeling that you get in your head? That's how you feel every time you fire this weapon. It's disturbing, but there's something addictive about it where you have to just keep going back and firing more rounds.
Where do you do that?
Basement.
Uniondale, out on Long Island, sometimes the Bronx. That shell, the one on the left is the shell that I use for that.
Wow.
It's insane.
It's really a you should actually just take and stab somebody with.
I was holding it going, it's a weapon in itself, just a shell, because you can stab somebody with it.
It's easier to use that than put a needle in your dick.
Well, that's true. You just put that right down the shaft and go to town.
Or just put that in her vag and watch television while she comes.
I did have a girl say that she picked up the shell and said, I would like to fuck myself with this. I said, be my guest. Yeah.
Well, then I wasn't off.
The lead part might be a problem. You might have a problem with your vagina after lead exposure, but go to town, have fun with it. No, the gun's great. I have about 35 now, pistols and rifles. I need one more gun to complete my collection, and then I will be done. It is the civilian version of the MP5. It's what every bad guy uses in every old 80s bad guy movie, Die Hard, kind of things like that, the little machine gun pistol thing.
I can't wait to, I get the chance to go on CNN during your Waco moments. I worked with him, man. He was so normal for a while, and then he just started to slowly lose it. It'll be really great. Anyway, we're on 11-3. I'll be talking about it more.
Yeah.
No, but you're the one guy nobody would say that. People would be like, well, were you surprised? No, not at all, actually. I'm surprised he didn't kill more people sooner.
We were talking earlier about how embarrassing / disturbing it is that at home, I like being alone now. Me and Lewis were just discussing this. I was in long-term relationships my entire life, and I'm finally able to just be alone at my house. Yet I have to find things to do, and I don't just want to watch TV. So I find myself occasionally down in my basement, which is a bar area, singing loudly on the karaoke machine in my shorts with a pistol on my hip.
Just hoping a neighbor complains.
And I know I'm alone, but I'm wondering how disturbing this looks to maybe dead relatives that are looking in on me.
Even that thought I worry about. I mean, this sounds like after the atomic bomb went off behavior. You got a lot of guns. You're singing to yourself on a karaoke machine.
The guy in the basement where he keeps his dead relatives.
I'm telling you, put up a video and start posting it on YouTube.
And
within a month, you'll be seriously.
I'll be a sensation.
I can guarantee it.
I might have to do that tonight.
Find a hat. We may have to do costuming.
A hat?
Yeah, something wacky hat.
I actually have a Nazi helmet.
Perfect. We win. We don't even have to put it on. Coming this fall.
Yeah. That'll be a lot of fun.
Just label everything Crazy Gunman.
Crazy
Don't use your real name.
Dude, look, it's Crazy Gunman's new video.
I love this guy.
Did you see it? Yes. Response to Crazy Gunman. I love him. I'm going to do
Crazy
that
with a K.
Oh, can I make that backwards R? Because that's good, too. Crazy with a K and a backwards R. Oh, looking forward to it. We got to make way for the wonderful Ron and Fez show.
What a lovely text from my girlfriend.
What happened?
My farts are sickening. That's what I fuck.
That's what I And fuck. She's beautiful.
Doesn't matter. Her
You've seen
farts are
this girl,
sickening.
Right? She's fucking stunning, and her farts are sickening.
Yeah.
Same girl,
well
Jimmy?
Worth it.
The same,
worth it.
I don't know.
Comedian girl?
No. She dumped me a long
She's a
time
card,
ago.
though. Oh, yeah. So.
I guess we should get all the plugs
yes,
out.
Yes, get the plugs out.
Now, here's the uncomfortable thing.
Oh, what?
That at 11 o'clock we have the great Ron and Fez program.
Yes.
And because the powers that be don't realize that we share a lot of the same audience, they put my Boneyard show at 11 to noon.
Why would they do that?
I was vehement about not doing it.
I'll sit quietly. I'll sit quietly for an hour.
Simulcast it.
Yeah, I will.
I would never suggest people leave this channel for anything. So if you happen to just be people,
well, you know what?
Just TiVo
Here's the thing: at 12 o'clock, come back over here, and Susie Essman and I will have a wrap up of everything Jimmy talked about.
And we got plugs. So let's get everybody's plugs out. I'm not even going to plug my own stupid Borgata dates, July 2nd and 3rd. They're not important.
Don't do it.
Doug, where are you going to be?
Stand up tonight at the Stress Factory, and then Friday, Saturday in here in the city at the Highline Ballroom. Just go to DougStanhope.com. Has all that shit.
Doug is hysterical.
Yeah.
Very funny gentleman. Lewis Black.
My special comes on Saturday night.
What channel?
On the Comedy Channel.
TV Got when? What?
9 o'clock.
TV Got channel?
On Comedy Central, Lewis?
Comedy Central.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
DVD, which is actually where you actually hear the words, comes
right.
out the 15th. So it's this Saturday.
You use some potty language?
A little.
A little bit. A little blue.
You were so...
I say
Black
poo-poo
goes
twice.
blue. Oh, look out.
You were really funny in that fucking...
Oh, my
by the
God.
way.
Just
God.
yelling about Twitter.
You called him an idiot, too. That was my thing. You idiot.
It's like no one calls Rampage an idiot.
And it's like, do you understand? Like, that it really is Rampage Jackson. That's just not a big black actor. That's the guy who makes his living just beating up people,
putting people on the brink of death. That is what he does for a living.
Well, obviously, he pushed a button. He reminded me of my mother.
Lewis actually said Rampage had very nice breath, which is a nice compliment.
Oh, that's good.
He does.
That's good. Nice fresh breath.
And he was very good-natured about the whole thing. But it is.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Yeah. If I'm screaming about Twitter, who gives a shit?
But he could have shut you up in 2 seconds just by going, yes, I use it to get girls.
Yeah, that was
because then it's acceptable.
Ball game over.
Yeah, I believe you. Good.
How great would it be for this show, though, if Rampage had just attacked Lewis and none of us helped?
Well, how would we help?
I'd hold Lewis down. Go ahead, hit him.
Am I going to shoot him and make him angry?
And then to be able to do my weekend shows from a gurney.
Yes. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for coming in.
Guys.
Jimmy, of course, and
Frank Lucas.
Yeah,
so
Frank Lucas.
You missed Frank Lucas being in today. We loved having him in. His signings at Borders tonight at 6 o'clock, Penn Plaza. And, Danny and everybody, great job.
And the staff, of course, Danny, thank you so much. Mars, and, of course, Trav Dog, and D-Boy, the disturbed D-Boy, who got us started off today with his great discussion about his show that he watches where people cut things in half. Have you seen that show where they just cut things in half?
No,
They've run out of fucking ideas. They've run out of ideas.
No, they haven't.
It's a reality show, yeah.
Because you're going to be on the air.
Crazy Gun Guy. Watch for Crazy Gun Guy tonight on YouTube.
We haven't run out of ideas. Not as long as we're sitting here.
Of course. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the